chat. What is going on, chat? Let's get some W's in the chat, please. It's gonna be a good show tonight, folks. What's up, Mr. Case Reviewers? Mr. Warham's in the chat. Big show tonight, folks. A big show. We got a lot going on here on the Athlete Special Show. We got Cole Hocker. We got Femke Bull. Am I aura farming? Am I aura farming? Guys, look at my back. Look at my back. You should see the other guy. I'm telling you. You should see the other guy. Got in a big fight today. Oops, gotta turn that volume off. Folks, all right, I'll cut the music. We'll cut the music, people. We'll cut the music. What is going on, people? Welcome to another episode of the Athlete Special Show. I am your host, the Athlete Special. Good to see you guys. What's going on? Let's get some dubs in the chat. Guys, do you see my back? Do you see that? Should I show you guys again? I gotta take this hat off. It's a bit cringe, but yes, I was aura farming. I can't lie. I can't help myself. If you have aura, you have aura. What are you gonna do? But as you can see from the title of this live stream, we're going to be talking about a lot of Cole Hocker today. Obviously, a lot of Femke Bull. That's not in the title, but we are going to be talking about Femke Bull. And we are also going to be talking about, you know, a little bit of the Olympic stuff going on. Anyone watch the Super Bowl last night? I did. Tough Super Bowl to watch. I'm not going to lie. It was tough. I'm a Patriots fan too. And it was not fun. I'm not going to lie. I had a terrible time watching it. We got basically shut out. We lost to the better team, so it was a little embarrassing. I'm not going to lie. The halftime show as well, Bad Bunny. Let's get some thoughts on that. Do you guys like it? You hate it? Thought it was meh? Me personally, meh. It wasn't great. I mean, I don't speak Spanish. I did speak Spanish back in the day, but it was a vibe, but probably not my favorite halftime show. Better than the Kendrick Lamar one from last year. I didn't like that one. At the end of the day, the Snoop Dogg one was just such a home run the other year that nothing's going to beat that in my opinion. But it was fine. Super Bowl halftime show was decent. Super Bowl itself, though, no, not fun. Not fun at all. If you're a Patriots fan, it obviously sucked. But yeah, I got some Domino's pizza. I'm feeling like a little full from yesterday still. But guys, also, I'm getting some mileage in. Got a 13-mile long run in yesterday. Today, I got in a 10-mile run. I'm going back to doing a lot of single running and then one workout a week on Wednesday. Also, big announcement too. Sorry about that. But we have a big, well, not a big race coming up, but we do have a race coming up this weekend, a 5K. I'm going back to my roots. I got to get my mojo back a little bit on the road. So I'm going to be doing a local 5K this weekend. I think it's called the Heartthrob 5K. It's on Valentine's Day. So it's going to be a fun time. Hopefully I can take the dub in that and just get my mojo back a little bit. You know, I was sick a couple weeks ago and now I'm feeling good again, feeling like myself, but I want to test the waters a little bit, do a road 5K. It's a lot easier on the Achilles. So, you know, that's the plan right now. And then potentially another 5K at the end of the month, but then we're going to do a big 5K beginning of March in Europe. Who would have thought? The Athlete Special goes to Europe with Ali. So be tuned, be on the lookout for that stuff. Guys, also, if you haven't subscribed to the Clip channel, I left a link in the chat over there. So sub to this Clip channel, please, if you can. We got over 100 subs in there. You know, it's not even for you guys because you guys are actually the real ones in the chat, but we want to, you know, ring that thing up a little bit. So I've been kind of just posting a little bit of clips from the stream. So if you also want to be a clipper for me, comment, or not comment, DM me down below. I did have someone DM me about doing a Discord, so we might start a Discord soon as well. I don't even really know what Discord is, to be completely honest. I don't know how to use it, so yeah, it's tough. I've never been to a Patriots game, someone just asked, but yeah, I'm like the worst type of fan you could possibly be. So yeah, subscribe to that Clips channel if you want to see clips, and yeah, so a Red Bull at 4 p.m. It could be a terrible move as well, people. But yes, so for the show tonight, I want to start with the Femke Bull stuff. I still want to wait for people to come in here. Let's get cozy. Let's have a good time. Maybe we'll do our, I don't know if I want to do my push-ups quite yet today. Also, okay, getting a little bit dark. I can't see with these sunglasses on anymore. Gonna have to sit up straight. But also, yeah, so as you guys can see, let me just show you guys this real quick because it is kind of crazy. I've been convinced to get like cupping on my back and stuff and needling on my back because, as you guys know, I'm hunched over all the time. I've got the worst hunch. But because I did it today, I mean, geez, it is, oops, you can't even really see, but it is tough. It is not, it felt amazing. It felt amazing in the moment. But now my shoulders are sore, my back is sore. Yeah, it's kind of tough. So I think that's going to help, though, with like the slouching and stuff. Plus, we're doing more pull-ups. We're going to the gym weekly now as well. So, you know, if you guys are trying to hit the gym too, this is the time of year to do it. Don't bail on hitting the gym. I have neglected the gym for years, and I totally regret not going more because it's actually good for you. It's go with a friend or go listen to music, bump out. When am I going to the marathon? I think probably sooner than I previously thought. I think maybe an end of 2026. I think that I might try to debut the marathon at CIM at the end of 2026. I think it's like a good one to start with, and yeah, just try to run like low 220s or maybe a little bit faster. But in general, I found that just being able to, I can do longer singles and hit like 80 or 90 mile weeks if I just like keep the intensity low on my easy days and do like longer singles and then just one session a week. That seems to get me in very good shape as I'm kind of like an older dude now. So I think, you know, we're still going to continue this 5K thing. We've got 5Ks probably till the end of June at least. And we're going to be doing road stuff as well, like the Boulder 10K. I really want to do well in that race. We might also do the, I can't remember the name of it, but there's multiple other like kind of 7 or 8 mile runs that you can do on the roads. So I'll be looking forward to that as well. So you thinking Cole Hocker can break that world record is actual rage bait? I don't think so. I don't think so. We're gonna talk about that today. I think that if he gets a good pacer in this race next weekend, he could potentially get that world record. So, you know, we're gonna go over that, see what his chances are. So yeah, I think he's got a very good shot, but we're gonna have to analyze some of his previous results. We'll look at his Olympic championship win. We'll take a look at the finish of some of his more recent races. But as you guys know, Cole Hocker did run a 2:16 1K this weekend. Actually, maybe you guys don't know that, but he won the race by like over a second. He's looking strong. He's looking sharp. He's trying to win the world championships this winter. But maybe the bigger story in that race is the fact that Cole Hocker will be racing Sam Ruth, the 16-year-old, in this 1 mile race next weekend at JDL track, sound running invite. It's going to be a crazy meet. We're going to look at all that stuff in a little bit. We're just waiting for some people to come in. But yeah, anyway, people, let's keep chatting. You guys, so you did watch the Super Bowl, you didn't. Thumbs up. 1's in the chat if you liked the halftime show. 2's in the chat if you didn't like the halftime show. Because I don't know, it's hard to tell. I don't know if you guys liked it or not, but and for me it was meh. It got the job done. Actual game though, not fun at all. Not fun at all. yeah, we're getting a little mixed reviews here, twos, a couple ones. So it seems like 50-50 split. It was decent. These 1.5, yeah. It wasn't nothing crazy, not too bad though at the same time. So yeah, but what else do we have for housekeeping stuff? Yeah, I'll be working out later this week. Be posting a video on YouTube Friday. And then, okay, so also I'm interested to know what you guys think on this. Oh, actually, I don't know if I'll be able to do it, but the big sound running invite meet is on Saturday, which is also Valentine's Day. So if you are you guys doing anything for Valentine's Day? Let's maybe come up with some ideas for what I can get for Allie for Valentine's Day. She says that she's already gotten me a gift, so we need to get Allie an even better gift for Valentine's Day because she's an amazing person. So, are you guys gonna take your date out to dinner on Valentine's Day? Are you gonna go bowling? I've been getting into bowling recently. I'm pretty good. I learned how to spin the ball, so I'm pretty good at bowling these days. But yeah, are you guys doing anything for Valentine's Day? I grew up a Patriots fan. Yes, for football, I've always been a Pats fan. My dad was a Pats fan. We're from the East Coast, but we're terrible Patriots fans. We've never been to any games or anything like that. So, ooh, a pair of Hoka slides with socks for Allie. That is a good gift for Valentine's Day. Hopefully she doesn't check out this VOD, or she's hopefully not watching the video right now. She's at the gym right now. We are going to have Allie on stream later if we make it to that far. She'll be back in about an hour and a half or hour 45. So if we want to have Allie on the stream later and we're feeling up for it and we're feeling the energy, we'll invite her up here for a little bit. I want to play a little game of Snog, Marry, Pie. It's what they do in Love Island. So it'd be a fun time. So yeah, basically what you guys will do is you guys will list out 3 pro runners, probably guys, and then Allie and I have to decide who we would snog, marry, pie. So that's the game. We're gonna play it in a little bit. So yeah, anyway, house business or whatever, it's all done. Let's get into this a little bit because I want to talk running stuff. I want to analyze some things and look at some videos. We're gonna watch a couple videos. What I've done is I've pulled up a bunch of stuff that I generally want to look at for this stream, and I've made sure not to watch anything though. So basically, Femke Bowl ran 158 in her 800 debut over the weekend. So I haven't watched the race yet. We're gonna watch it live together, react to it. And then also a great running YouTuber, Jumpman, posted a video on it. So I do want to check out his video on the race as well, because he always has some great analysis that would be kind of interesting to look at. So, we'll see. It's pretty incredible that Femke Bowl was able to run so fast in this debut of the 800 because she's a 400 hurdler. And does this change the game? Does this mean that she's the odds-on favorite to win the world championship in the 800 this winter? Who knows? We'll have to see. And maybe she's just at her peak right now and she's not going to run any faster. But to open up in the 8 in a 158 is really, really impressive. So we're going to talk about that right now. And then later in the show, we're going to talk about Cole Hocker stuff. And then I want to look at a couple things from the Olympics. If you guys have been watching the Olympics, I really haven't been watching too much, if I'm being honest. But I think that I've seen a couple highlights, and I want to look at them. I want to look at Jutta Lutterman or something like that. I forget her last name, but she just won the speed skating 1K race today in Olympic record time. I want to watch that race because we got to embrace the Olympics a little bit, you guys. I know it's not the pinnacle sport, track and field for the outdoor, but some of the indoor stuff is fun to watch. So I feel like we owe it to ourselves to just watch some of the speed skating. That's kind of fun. So we'll look at that. This girl Jutta also, she's Jake Paul's fiance, which is insane, the crossover there. So yeah, we're gonna look at that as well. And then I also want to look a little bit at the Lindsey Vonn fall. And I kind of was researching off stream what the deal is with that. So we'll talk a little bit about that stuff. And other than that, I'm not going to kill you guys with the winter stuff. We've got 3 shows this week: Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So tune in for all 3 of the shows. And this is what I was going to ask you guys earlier. Do you think that I should live stream the instant reaction slash like live stream. I won't show you guys the actual stream of the sound running invite on Saturday, because I could do that, watch it live, and just react with you guys. You guys won't be able to see the screen because you have to buy it on your own, but buy it on your own. I'll analyze it, commentate on the races, do some predictions, and we can see if, you know, Cole Hocker can break the world record in the mile. We can see who's going to win that stacked 3K. There's a stacked 5K. There's some awesome women's races. Nikki Hiltz is doing a 3K, I believe. So it's going to be big time. It's going to be big time. So maybe we will live react to that on Saturday. So we'll have 4 streams this week. So you guys are in for a treat. You're going to have to hear me yap for quite some time. So that's the plan. We're not going to do predictions quite yet today on what we think is going to happen in that race, or that whole event. But later in the week, we definitely will talk about that. Later in this week, too, we might talk a little bit about, you know, the debate if cross country should become a Winter Olympic sport. I'm 50-50 on it. We'll talk about it later, though. That's not tonight. But one more topic I do maybe want to go over tonight, because a lot of you guys have been spamming Truett Haynes, the Hyrox or hybrid athlete who's trying to break 2:16 in the marathon. He's kind of just, he's a hybrid athlete and he's improved a bunch in the last year. So I kind of want to look at a video from him tonight. If we have time, we don't have to do it, but we'll get maybe, you know, some of my opinion on if I think that he's going to be able to break 2:16, because I think he might be able to, but I kind of want to just see what his vibe is all about, and we can look at that as well. So anyway, before we get into this Femke Bowl, if we have any more pressing questions, we've got, looks like the chat is, you know, you guys are comfortable, everyone cozy. We can get going on this Femke Bowl stuff, because I'm excited to watch this. Speak now or forever hold your peace. I can answer a couple questions before we get into this, but yeah, I'm down to, if you guys have any quick last second questions, let's go for it. Shoot them at me. But other than that, yeah. So are you sponsored by On? Because I remember you did a video where you're dressed in all On gear. So that, I'm not sponsored by On as like a full-time athlete. I just did an integration with them. So, you know, sometimes brands will reach out and say like, hey, do you want to work with us for the month? And that's how that works. So no, I'm not a full-time On athlete, but I love their stuff. It's incredible. So yeah. Do you think you can OTQ at CIM? I think that I don't think I can OTQ at CIM, because that would be my marathon debut. I think I have the ability to OTQ at some point, but I have seen enough runners to understand that you have to respect the marathon. Like, I think I could do it, but at the same time, in the marathon, there's a million things that could happen after 17 miles. So is my hamstring going to cramp up? Am I going to get a cramp? So I think that I just, more so anything, just have to start getting the reps in with the marathons. But I think eventually I could OTQ at CIM. It is the fastest course in the country for trying to, you know, get some stuff, some Olympic trials times. Boom! SpyJoe59, thank you for the big super chat. Let's get the money chain started. I agree. No, I mean, guys, no need to super chat, but I'm never going to turn down a super chat. I appreciate that. Ray Rivera, Sandbag. What's up, Ray? Good to see you. Happy late birthday to you, Ray. We got Ray Rivera, college teammate, actually member of my old podcast in the chat. Everyone say what's up to Ray. Are you going to race more half marathons soon? Absolutely. We are going to be getting back into half marathons and marathons eventually at the end of the year. But yes, we're going to slowly work our way up in distance. I'm finally making the breakthrough. Going to run like 70 miles this week, and it's just what I enjoy to do more. So we're going to get back into the half marathons slowly, methodically through the spring, and then into the summer, more half marathons. Maybe we'll do grandma's half this year, and just more road races in general. But we will touch a couple of track races this outdoor season. I just want to improve my 5K a little bit more, just because I owe it to myself and you guys to just keep cranking down the 5K, try to get as close to 14 flat as I can. So boom, Daniel Track and Field, one of our biggest super chatters, $1 super chat. Thank you very much. That'll be going to a treat for Georgie. But thank you, Daniel. Daniel's a big super chatter here. He's loaded. So yes, I am sandbagging for CIM. It's not really a sandbag. I mean, I think I can do it. It's just I want to respect the distance. I'd rather say the truth about what I actually think about it. I'll say this, it doesn't get me super excited, but that's why I'm not like pursuing it right now. I think that the thing with running is you need to do things that get you like pumped up. So yeah. Did you watch Tony Holler? I was stuck in my sprinting until I watched him. I don't know who Tony Holler is. Maybe it's a good sprint coach. I'll check him out though. So yeah. When do you think you'll break 14 in the 5K? I think that with my current fitness, if I have a good strength block for the next 2 months, touch some races here and there, I think that my best shot would be to do it in like June. I think it's going to be very tough for me to break 14, but I think that the main thing I'm missing right now is strength stuff. So yeah. Yeah, Tony Holler might be able to get me back into 800, 1500 stuff, but you know, guys, I've kind of accepted the fact that I'm a road guy, and I do quite enjoy doing road racing. So yeah, anyway, my dad's marathon PR was 2:18, is 2:18. He ran that in 1973. He didn't run at the Olympics because in 1980 they boycotted the Olympics, but he never made the Olympics. He just made the trials, but he was like the third ranked American at the time. So maybe if he had raced the trials, maybe he would have been able to make it, but it didn't matter because we boycotted because of the Soviet Union. So he was a very solid marathoner. I feel like 2:18 in 1978 or whatever I said is probably worth like, maybe it was 73, but that's maybe worth like a 2:13 now or so, maybe even faster. Okay, guys, I think that I've answered enough of these questions. I'm going to get into this FemK Bowl video, so I'm actually excited to watch it because I want to see how she ran this. So after we watch the FemK Bowl, I want to watch like the running, what's the jump man video on it. So, okay, let me pull this up. What is this? Okay, yeah, we got some other stuff for later. I was looking at this Sam Ruth interview. That's very interesting. So yeah, okay, let's check out this video. I'll get it set up for you guys. Give me a sec here. Of course, we got to do the ads. You guys know how it is. No YouTube Premium for me. A bit of a broke alert, but it is what it is, you know. Okay. FemK Bowl. What is she going to do here? Well, we all know what she does, but Keith Brown, my dad was a dog. Also, let's get some feel betters in the chat for Keith. He got sick this weekend. I feel bad for him. He didn't get to watch the Super Bowl, so he's always around kids because he's a teacher, or you know, teenagers, and he's a track coach. So it's easy for them to. It's very easy to get sick. Okay, let's check this out. Do we want volume on or volume off? We can do volume on, I guess. It's fine. Just want to make sure. Okay. Are we good here? Yeah, we're good.
Already. And this, believe me, is a truly historic race. There she is, FemK Bowl.
One sec, peeps. I'll just, you guys can't see me. Okay, now you're good. Cool. Okay. This is FemK Bowl's 800 from last weekend. Let's check it out.
Massive character physically. In reality, she's long and she's lean and she's known as a 400-meter hurdler. Twice world champion, twice Olympic bronze medalist, world record holder for 400 indoors. What can she do here over 800 meters? Her first race in anger, over 800. It comes indoors. She's never even done an outdoor one. 25 years old now. She'll be 26 actually in a couple.
All right, let me skip it a little bit, peeps. I don't want to bore us to death here. Okay, see your intro.
All of December and all of January in Potchefstroom, up in down in South Africa, I should say, but up in altitude. This for me is a long overdue test at 800 meters for Bowl.
This is gonna be fun to watch.
So many great 400-meter hurdlers over the years have been special at 800 meters. Karen Clement, who won in Rio. The 400-meter hurdles there.
European announcers just hit different. We'll skip a little bit to the actual race. All right, here we go. FemK Bowl 800.
Away they go then. FemK Bowl Second from the outside. The fastest time in the world this year is by a Briton, Izzy Boffey, running in Boston 8 days ago.
She looks so easy too when she's running.
A meeting record 158.97. Perhaps the first target for Pokeball here.
And they did have a pacer. Okay, that's interesting. This must feel like a jog to her.
Doesn't she? That is her beauty. Whether it's 400 hurdles, she can look marvelously relaxed going through, and she goes through. The pacemaker 26.99.
27.2 for her.
Probably about 27.4, something like that. 27.3. Who knows? But she looks like
she was out a little quick, I would say.
Mover.
A little quick for sure, but
agent saying to me this morning she's put in a lot more long runs, but I don't know what that means. Maybe for her a long run is 6 or 8k. I don't know if it's a 10 or 20k. I doubt it very much indeed. As Boulder just lets the pacemaker ease away.
Let's pause this at 400. Okay, so she came through 400 and around 57 flat. Dude, she looks so easy. I wish I could look that way running an 800. She looks like she's jogging. That's just the people. The 400 meter hurdlers have so much power in their pop. They're like tactically perfect. Like their form is amazing. So this is interesting. And I guess the pacer is doing a good job at this point, but Femke is falling off a little bit, probably trying to save herself, and she's probably trying to hold back a little bit because she's never actually gone this distance. So she wants to make sure that she doesn't blow her wad a little early. But it does seem like, my first takeaway based off of, the 400 point is this is a full-on time trial. So that's important. She hasn't had to compete in an 800 yet. So that is definitely to be noted.
That's a little bit too quick. 56.66, the pace.
Too quick, they say.
And that means Bull's gone through, I reckon, probably spot on about 57 seconds. And down the back straight now. This is where the question marks will be asked. The third lap for Bull. This is where the world of middle distance racing is fascinated to watch Bull cope with this next half of this 800 meters. 3 laps.
Does she win this race? She doesn't win this race. I did not know that.
Looks like she's striding along in a relaxed fashion on a Sunday morning jog. At the bell there, 128. Give or take a few tenths, maybe 128.
Ooh, she slowed down a lot. Lap 3, 32.2. Very slow lap 3. So she must close this thing down nicely. Interesting way to run it. That's actually typically not the way you want to run an 800. So she's definitely got a lot more in the tank.
At the bell for Femke Bull. Now has she got the steel to lead into the back straight here and drive on hard and pump with the arms?
Yeah, she almost gets caught, it looks like.
She's got a couple of laps to go. She's not really working with the arms. She's such a fierce, lion-hearted racer at 400 meters. But here at 800 meters, she looks almost half asleep. It's quite magnificent so far.
Oh my gosh, she looks so easy. She looks bored.
But how far here from Bull? I think we can say this has been a wonderful debut.
Okay, 159.
159.05. Job done. She will learn and she will build.
There it is, people. 159.1. I actually thought that she ran 158 high. Maybe she does. We'll skip a little bit here. 159.07 national record in her debut for the Netherlands. So that's crazy. Also, shout out to my brother. He lives in the Netherlands, so that's actually crazy. He says that she's like a celebrity. So he lives in Amsterdam. So shout out to Trevor. There it is, though. Femke Bull. Wow. Okay. Let me make myself big here, because that was kind of crazy. That looked so easy. That looked so easy. Wow. Yeah, she looked very easy, and also I don't even think that was like run super efficiently. If I'm being honest, I feel like she ran it like her third lap was 32 mid. That's a very slow third lap. So yeah, the way that you're supposed to run an 800 if you're going for a fast time is actually rig, essentially. So you're supposed to run each of your 400s, or sorry, each of your 200s slower than the next one. So you're even though like you want to even split a little bit, that's not how you run the fastest 800. So to run her third 200 in a 32.5 and then to come back with like a 30 flat it really shows that she's got something left there, and that she didn't run it super efficiently. She did look like she was jogging too. I was quite impressed with that. I was really impressed. And at the end of the day too, the British announcers they're chef's kiss. They're unbelievable with how good they are. So they were hyping me up just watching that. But okay, so 159.07 for Femke Bull. Very, very impressive. So I'm gonna have to take a look. Maybe what we could do now is take a look at the world athletics times, because I want to know where she stacks up in the world this winter. So I might pull that up right now and just see like what her chances are at winning the world title this winter. So, you know, she comes from a country where there's, I feel like the Netherlands, I don't know if they do a national meet or not, but like she'll probably go into worlds feeling quite fresh. So it's quite inspiring that she's been able to, I mean, just switch events like this on an off year and just adjust to the distance so well. So yeah. I want to ask you guys, do you guys think that if Sydney McLaughlin did the 800, do you think that she would be as good as Femke Bull? Because Sydney McLaughlin is sort of like her nemesis. So I feel like that would be a really good battle between them two if they did the 800. But I don't know. Everyone adjusts differently to the 800. I would say historically, no 400 runners ever end up being like truly world class at the 800, unless I'm wrong. I feel like, you know, very rarely do we see people go up in distance and be able to be really good at it. You know, a good example on who wasn't good at it was this person named Jeremy Warner, and he tried to go up to the 800 after being like a 43-second 400 guy, and he ended up only running like 154 in the 800, maybe 153. And it was a big deal when he went up because people thought, oh, he's so fast, he might be able to, you know, be good at this. But I don't really think that generally people are able to go up in distance like this. So this is pretty spectacular to see. It's an insane double, as Spy Joe was saying. So the 800, 1500 absolutely can be done, but those are significantly more aerobic events. The 800 is not aerobic at all. Or sorry, the 400 is not aerobic at all. So for Femke Bull I guess she's a 400 hurdler, and the 400 hurdling is apparently, people argue that either 400 hurdles or 800 is the hardest event in track and field. I don't agree with that. I think that probably, like, for me, it's just as the event gets longer and longer, it just gets more difficult. But a lot of people like to say it's either 400-meter hurdle or 800 meters. So maybe because she's so tough from being able to 400 hurdle that she can jump up to the 8. But okay, let's keep this rolling a little bit. I want to go back to Google right now. I kind of want to sift around if we can. I want to look up the World Athletics 800 indoor list. These are always kind of hard. Oh, here we go. This might be it. So, okay. Yeah, because now that I see this, okay, well, we got to go to 800 short track. I need to see where Femke Bull sits right now. Okay, so that's good to know. Femke Bull only sits in 5th place in the world right now. So I don't think I think that it is a little bit overhyped to think that she could just win the world championship. She also hasn't been tested in an 800 yet. Like, I think that like one of the harder things about racing is that you actually feel the pressure of people on you. You feel them breathing down your neck. You feel them just up, you know, you feel the pressure of potentially losing. And in that 800 time trial she ran, she looked very under control. She didn't feel the pressure of the athletes coming on her at all. So yeah, basically we'll see if she improves again, but I think that's a phenomenal opener. I think that she exceeded expectations. She probably had quite a few doubters. So yeah, 5th in the world right now, behind these women in front of her. I'm not going to pretend like I know women's running as well as men's, so I don't want to like make any judgments on like what I think of where. I'm just looking at the times essentially. But so that puts Femke 5th in the world right now. So yeah, I'd say at this point, I would not make the prediction that she will win the world championships in the 800 indoor, but that's what we're in this live stream for. So, you know, you guys let me know if you think that she's going to do it. I think it's way too early to tell. I think the Worlds is still maybe 6 weeks away, potentially. I'll look that up right now, actually. When is World Champs track indoor? It is okay, March 20. Okay, yeah, so March 20 to March 22nd. So Femke still has 6 weeks before the world title. 5.5 weeks ish. More, yeah, 6-ish weeks. So yeah, I think that the chances of her winning worlds, way up in the air at this point. I need to see more, but freaking insane that she was able to just debut with a 159.0. Sorry, I kept saying it was 158. 159 though, phenomenal. So yeah, I think that that's all I've got to say on the Femke. Actually, though, I do want to skim through it a little bit and enjoy ourselves and watch a video on Jumpman. Shout out to Jumpman. I did discover his channel kind of recently. I know that a lot of you guys have probably discovered it as well. Is it Jumpman? Maybe I'm wrong. Hold on. There's a really good running YouTuber. I thought his name was Jumpman, but he makes great content about athletes. Jumpman, there it is. Okay. So I feel like these people make really good analysis. So his video is titled Femke Bull Might Just Change the 800 meter Forever. Here's why. We're going to watch a little bit of this video at least because I feel like I want to get a little bit more analysis on it. But if you guys are up for that, let's check out Jumpman's vid on Femke Bull. I know we've watched a little bit of Total Running Productions, but let's try out some other channels and give this guy a subscription, subscribe to his channel. So this is my burner account, so I don't subscribe to anyone on it just to keep it clean. But sub to Jumpman. This is my shout out. So we're going to leech a little bit and watch your content. Sorry. All right. Okay, hold on there. Hold on there, Sonny. We love Jumpman. Total Running Production has great videos too, and I've known Andrew, the guy from Total Running Productions, for 7 years. When we both were coming up in the ranks in the YouTube world, I had like 3,000 subs. He had 5,000. We like used to call each other a lot. He's a super good guy. So I'm hyped that he kind of like is huge.
4 months ago, Femke Bull, the 2-time 400-meter hurdle world champion, indoor 400-meter world record holder, and the second fastest 400-meter hurdler ever in history, only behind the unslayable demon Sydney McLaughlin, announced her decision to dabble in a new challenge for the 2026 season. At
the end of the day, I'll answer my own question about Sydney McLaughlin. I think if Sydney wanted to do the 800, she would beat Femke Bull. Sydney's just so good at everything she does. I think she would. I think she just doesn't want to do it, which is totally fine. Also, shout out to Sydney McLaughlin. She's pregnant. Okay, back to Femke Bull.
As a tester, the 800 meters. And after her indoor debut, I'm telling you right now, she is going to be a global medal threat this year.
Okay, he's also saying global medal threat. I'm glad that no one's jumping to the fact that she's going to win the Olympics, though. I don't think that that's the prediction to make yet.
Go a long way under 2 minutes, but how far here from Bull? I think we can say this has been a wonderful debut.
But before we delve into why, which I promise there is a multitude of reasons, let's talk about the race. The pace lights were set to an unreasonably aggressive 1:57, a very optimistic pace that the organisers had targeted specifically for Bull since the rest of her competition were all 2-minute flat runners. And even her coach, only days before this meet, had stated she is unlikely to run under 2 minutes in her first race, when asked about the world indoor qualifying standard.
That's good to know as well, knowing that she wasn't even going for sub 2. I'm surprised that they set the pace lights so hot for her. I feel like that actually hurt her race then. I feel like she could have gone even faster if they took her out a half second slower, so she didn't have to be on her own because the pacer was way off in front. So interesting. But yeah, that means she's ahead of schedule. So maybe she's got a 1:57 in her. She might, honestly.
Yet here we are, the first 200 meters completed at this blistering pace, 27 seconds in the most disgustingly relaxed, effortless stride you'll ever see in an 800 meter race. Her cadence,
perfect
half the
form.
speed of the
It's
competition around her.
it's incredible.
And frankly, that really just sums up the whole race. A baffling display of how mechanically easy an 800 meter looked for her. She had near zero movement in her upper body or arms, signaling the effort
Insane.
of a jog. and her stride length was double the length of everyone else's. But while that's what we could gather from the eye test, the split numbers tell us an entirely different story.
Oh, this is what
about
I
her
will pause
fitness.
here.
Each consecutive 200-meter lap getting a little bit slower than the last, 29.7 seconds in her second split and 32 seconds in her third, before comically bouncing her way home, punching a slight sprint finish to the line in 1 minute 59.07 seconds.
Wait, what was her last 200? He said that each 200 was slower than the previous. I thought that her slowest... Oh, maybe she did. I thought she closed actually a little bit faster. I don't know.
Wonderful
Maybe I'm wrong.
1:59.05. Job done.
But don't
Job
let how
done.
easy it looked fool you. Yeah, she looked half asleep for the majority of the race, but she was still on the ground after this,
Oh,
raking
no.
her chest.
Bro, he didn't... She closed in 30.19. I feel like he didn't say that. Okay, I'm telling you, the 30.19, maybe he'll talk about it in a bit, but to go from 32 to 30 point, very hard to do in an 800, very hard. And it is, he made a good point. She did fall asleep in the race, which is, I mean, it's a term that the coaches use, like, don't fall asleep, like, stay focused, like, don't, you know, actually stay engaged. So, but she did a little bit fall asleep in there, but insane. She didn't even look like she was hurting in the end. Freaking insane.
Oxygen, which proves at least she's still a little bit human. Now, let's get the facts straight. This time of 1:59 is the 5th fastest indoor time in the world this year. For now. It's also an outright Dutch indoor 800 meter record, and it's an automatic qualifying time to the 2026 World Indoor Championships. All of these from her debut race after 4 months of training for the event. How ridiculous.
It is ridiculous,
Compare that
Mr.
with
Jumpman.
how easy it looked. Clearly, how the only thing holding her back was her fitness, which when we're talking middle distance, is the easiest aspect to train. Those facts alone should automatically ring some alarm bells. But I get it, you're watching a Jumpman video. That's not convincing enough for you. So let's dive a little deeper, shall we? Here is a very short list of elite female 400 meter hurdlers who ran
Oh,
the 800 meter
dude,
at an
what a
elite
great
or
list.
elite level.
Okay, this is exactly the list I wanted to see. I was just asking about this. Yeah, so already Femke Bull is faster than every single one of these people on this list. So yeah, that says it right there. She's literally faster than every single person who has ever been a 400 meter hurdler at the 800.
Already, on her first attempt, Bowl is now the fastest of this select few. But here is where it gets exciting. Extending this chart, you can see the ratio of how fast each athlete ran their 800 meter compared to their 400 meter
This is
hurdle.
great data.
118.7% being the best, meaning this athlete was trained well aerobically, and 133.2% being at the very bottom end, signifying that athlete probably needed more work aerobically. Now, can you guess what Femke Bowl's ratio
Give us
was?
the number.
133.7%.
So what does that mean?
She is the fastest on this list with the lowest aerobic capacity. And that makes perfect sense. She is 4 months into training her fitness
Okay,
for
I
this
see.
event. This is the very beginning, and a
I
scary
see.
look into what she might
Because she's so good at the
possibly
400
run later
hurdles.
on. But now that we have these numbers,
That's why
from
the
a very small pool of athletes,
ratio is
keep in
weird.
mind, we can have some fun with some semi-realistic estimates of how fast she could run. With a ratio of 130%, still at the lower end, mind you, she could run a 157 800 meter.
Jeez. Okay, this is very interesting. It's because her upside is so crazy on the 4. She's so fast. She's so fast. Having no competition makes it hard. I agree and disagree. Sometimes having no competition makes you more at ease, especially on an indoor track. But if you have... Yeah, competition can push you, but I get what you're saying. She I think it's to be determined if she's going to run faster in a race with no pacer where she's getting pushed. That is hard when you have to run in lane 2 and go around someone. It's not easy to just... She basically got a clear path, but you know, she's going to have to learn how to race at some point, so.
Bad end is mightily impressive. At 125%, the medium upper end, she could run a 154.5. That would be the indoor world record by over an entire second. And all the way at the extreme end, which is extremely likely to be an unrealistic number since it was only achieved by one athlete, At 118.7%, she would run 151.42. Now that is just stupid.
The one thing with the ratio stuff though is that like I do feel like you have to give a little bit of your speed away to run a faster aerobic thing, like top end wise. So like if she does improve her aerobic ability a little bit, then her speed ability will dip slightly. So that's why I mean these ratios, they're fun in theory to talk about, but that's why it's like I don't think that she's gonna improve her aerobic but then not lose any of her upside, and then that'll make her ratio 118%, which would then be like I don't think she's running 151. But great point, Spy Joe. Can't have your cake and eat it too, to some degree. Like, so this is why like stats I think are a little bit misleading at times, because you can't have your cake and eat it too. You can't be in like 50.8 400-meter hurdle shape and then also, you know, be aerobic. You lose a little bit of that edge. But I mean her upside speed is so good that it's almost like she barely even needs to be aerobic to be so good. But yeah.
So basically, she'd be running 2 seconds faster than an already impossible outdoor world record indoors. Theoretically, of course. Yeah, okay, so that's never going to happen. But it does give us a small sliver of concrete evidence of what Bowl could do even with just a few percentages of more fitness. Which is why I was saying, she could really make a mark on the 800-meter scene. And personally, I think lowering her ratio to 125%, which again would equal around a 154, is extremely achievable. Considering her strength as a 400-meter athlete has never been her speed, it's been her endurance, which in turn...
I don't know. It's too early to determine if that is evident that she can run that a 154. It's hard to tell. I mean, that season opener was damn impressive though, but too early to tell.
Maybe now has never even gotten the attention it deserved.
Oh wait, let me...
Question.
How do I get this?
Hypothesize.
Yo, Jumpman. Jumpman's in the video. Or in the live. Everyone give a huge hello to Jumpman. Let me like his comment real quick. Jumpman, we're kind of leeching from you. Don't copyright strike me. But I love your content. I don't think I've ever talked to you. But hey, thank you for providing us with the content here. Let's give that... Can I give you a heart? Oh, I don't know. Well, sorry. Can't give you a heart, but thank you for letting us leech your content, Jumpman. Appreciate it. We love it. We love you. Great content in here. Been watching me. So you've seen the whole story of the athlete special. Well, hey, if you want to ever collab on the live stream, we should do it because we're live streaming a lot now. So yeah, let's go. Your take is good on this. I like it, but I love the analysis stuff. It's good. It's very good. So yeah, big W's in the chat for Jump, man. I'm enjoying this video. Again, I'm sorry we're leeching, but it's fun to watch this stuff.
Always irked me watching Bowl run.
And you have a soothing voice, very soothing voice.
Event,
that's why I love your channel.
To say about a sprint world record holder. But the best example I have is every single time Femke Bowl races her Dutch teammate, Lieke Klaver. Klaver herself is a multiple world champion medalist, and via being pulled by Bowl, is also the 11th fastest indoor 400-meter runner ever. Basically, she's world class, but just not that same level as Bowl. Yet when we
always the bridesmaid, never the bride.
Turn them into short sprints, 200 meters and 150 meters being the examples, Klaver has never lost to Bowl. 8 races, Klaver has all 8 wins, and between the years of 2021 and 2025.
This is to show that Bowl's not like a 2-year-old.
Years. And Klaver is nowhere near as fast as Sydney. So no matter how good Bowl's endurance was, based off her raw speed, she was never going to catch Sydney anyway. But that's just the number.
Also, another quick glaze on Jumpman. I wouldn't even think to do these analysis, like to look at her competitor in the 200 times and head-to-head wins. Like it's impressive, the analysis stuff you do and the people who do analysis stuff, because I don't even think of these things, but they're good points.
But talk. It's clear as day looking at her mechanics, even in shorter sprints. She runs with such a relaxed and fluid stride, into a 2022 high, my PR. God, that hurts. And although I'm no expert opinion, compared to her other 400 meter competition, she just runs like a middle distance runner.
She's faster than me in the
Less arm
400
action, plus a fluid and
and the
aggressive
200 as
stride,
well.
which results in world
Maybe the
record
8 now.
runs looking significantly more effortless than the woman chasing behind her. And although the dual 400, 800 meter athlete is an art form that is almost completely lost to the past, looking back at the greatest to ever do it, Alberto Juan Terena, who won gold at the 1976 Olympics in both events, their strides are strikingly similar, to a disturbing degree really. Juan Terena having one of the largest, most effortless and fluid strides
I don't even know who
we've
this
ever
is.
seen in sport, and Bowl, damn near the same. Of course though, this is all just fun theoretical nonsense, but I know many of you are just as hyped after this race. So let me know, what do you think? Personally, I'm betting on a world medal this year at the Ultimate Champs, outdoors that is, indoors
Give me Femke Bull silver medal. I literally said 20 minutes ago I wasn't going to do this prediction.
might be a bit early, but I do think she'll be pushed to something fast at World Indoors. Also, Bowl's next race is February 19th, a 600 meter, so mark that down on the calendar. And I promise,
I'm marking
there's
that
another video
down.
coming in a couple
10 days.
rounding up the week. See you next time.
We're looking forward to the latest vid, Jumpman. Great video, honestly. Someone commented right now saying they don't think that, or they're like, do you think that she could be good in the 15? I don't think that Femke Bull could make it up to the 15. I think that is a totally different thing, totally different than 8. But I don't know. That video is kind of convincing. I feel like Bull could at least do something in the 8. I think, yeah, top two at Worlds this year indoors. Give it to her. I don't think she's gonna win. Second place though. Also, guys, I am swiveling back and forth because I have to take a piss. Shouldn't have had this Red Bull at 4 p.m. I'm gonna quickly put on some music. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a quick piss, and then what we're gonna do after that is we are gonna do some push-ups. We got everyone. We do push-ups 1 hour into the stream. It's a weekly thing. Actually, it's a streamly thing. And then after that, we are going to dive into a little bit of some Olympic stuff, maybe a little controversy from the Olympics. And yeah, after the Olympic stuff, we will finally get into the main topic of the evening, Mr. Cole Hocker, Hocker. Jeez. And then we're going to just see if we think he can break the mile world record this week. But let me just toss on this music for you, and then I gotta go to the bathroom though. Sorry, peeps. Be back in 1 minute.
Ain't no love like a real love, but it goes so fast. All tied up like a captive. I'm on to you. Used to pay to my
Thank you for letting me know I was muted.
rainbows, playing it cool.
I do that all the time. I'm an idiot. Push-up time though. Everyone, do your push-ups right now. Don't be a little bitch. Do your push-ups. Do your damn push-ups right now. I'm serious. We're not gonna do 8-minute abs on stream, but do push-ups to failure. I've been doing it. First stream, 13 without stopping. Second stream, 20. This stream, let's see if we can get more than 20. And my back's all messed up because I got it cupped. So, all right, do your push-ups, people. Gotta get that stretching in too. All right. Holy aura loss. That is embarrassingly cringe. I always think I look good dancing, but I might be the worst dancer of all time. All right. I gotta do these push-ups, but I am zoned in with that Red Bull. I ignored the hand wash question for a reason. All right, do this. Predictions. Actually, if you're chatting right now, you're not doing push-ups. Hey, 16 for run today. Let's go. Tell me how many push-ups you're about to do. Don't lie. No one likes a liar. Ten. 15. 25. 25. How many did you do? How many? Oh, wow, I'm tired. Oh. Whew. Whew. W's in the chat for you guys. W's in the chat. Pretty cool background we got too now. All right. That actually took a lot out of me. This music's kind of hitting. This music's really hitting right now. This music's banging. You don't have to wash your hands if you pee. Right? 47 push-ups. 34. I've seen about 3 or 4 messages of people doing push-ups. I'm disappointed. Little music's not bad. Gotta catch my breath. Push-ups are aerobic, I'm telling you guys. 25 today? Last Wednesday I only did 13. Woo. Good vibes, people. Good vibes. Good vibes. All right. We're locked back in. We're locked back in. You should do some drunk IRL streams. No, I can't be that. I can't do that. There's kids watching me. Can't be a bad example for the kids. Can't be a bad example for the kids. Nothing good ever comes of being a drunk. I'll tell you that. It's definitely fun to drink, but I do not want to advocate for people drinking. I don't think it's good to do. I don't think I should, but it's fun at times. It's fun with friends. Let's change this back to, let's go kind of like this color today. Let's go this pink color. It's kind of nice. Haven't drank in 17 years. I respect that. I respect that for sure. I don't think drinking is good for you, but I mean, it is fun to do, but it's definitely, I'm not going to drink on stream. Okay. Whew. Wilton indoor track sucks. It kind of does suck, but hey, I grew up on that indoor track. My indoor track from high school is like an indoor basketball court. It kind of sucks, but to have an indoor track, I mean, I would rather have a crappy one than none at all. And Wilton, Connecticut has been so snowy lately that we have other teams trying to use the indoor track. My dad had to let people from other schools on the Wilton track. People were reaching out about it. So, okay. I've kind of caught my breath. All right. Next up, next segment, people. What are we talking about here? What are we talking about on the next segment? We are going to look at two different things from the Olympics. The first thing I want to look at is the Jutta Leerdman Olympic record time in the 1,000 meter speed skate. We gotta give our fellow indoor Winter Olympic Games speed skaters some props. It's a racing sport. It's fun to watch, and also she is Jake Paul's fiance. So I kind of want to see her race. This is gonna be a very short segment, and then after we watch the Jutta race, we're gonna watch the Lindsey Vonn crash, and I want to show you guys a little bit of some stuff on Lindsey Vonn because it's a controversial subject. We'll get into the Lindsey Vonn situation in a little bit. She's a 41-year-old speed downhill skier, and she crashed at the Olympics. But there's more to the story, and I'm actually on her side with the controversy. So I've done some research, and we're going to do that. And then the main topic of the evening, we're going to be looking at Cole Hocker and what we think he's going to run next weekend in the mile, and just how he's been doing his progression. A big stream on Cole Hocker today. So let's get into this first one. Jutta Leerdam. I am definitely pronouncing her name incorrectly. So yeah. Do you count calories or just overindulge on junk, or just not overindulge on junk? I don't count calories. Allie says that I don't have food noise. She was saying that the other day. I don't know what food noise is, but I'm sure that maybe some of you guys know what food noise is, but I don't have food noise. So I just sort of eat what I want and try to, eat generally healthy. So, okay. Let me get this Jutta thing up because it's going to be very short, but I do want to watch it because I think it'd be fun. Whew, okay. I'm out of breath still. I am just over jittered from that Red Bull, but I do not regret ripping that thing. It was very tasty. And I was kind of falling asleep last stream at points. So, all right, let me quickly show you guys your screen. There we go. Let's check this out. Do you guys know who Jutta is even? But if not, this is gonna be a cool thing to watch. I think I'm always in it to watch races, so this will be fun. Let's check this out. I'm skipping through this one.
And she is since Olympic and 1:12.59 overall. Time.
Okay, this is the backstory on Jutta. She's from Netherlands. Again, my brother lives there, so she's like a celeb there. And he says that she is Jake Paul's fiance. I wonder if Jake Paul is going to get a shout out on this. That'd be kind of funny. So, okay. Before you dive into this, I just want to let you know we should do a new episode of Every Step of the Way. I'm telling Allie she should start doing it again. I don't want to do the podcast though. I think that she's going to be better doing it. She's going to start it with her friend Lauren, but this is going to be more of the streaming is more of my thing. Okay. That was cool. That was fun to watch. Little short short in the middle segment there. That was cool. I like her. She's not American, but I mean, I'm sure that there's some people in this chat that aren't American either. But no, I wanted to watch that because that was actually kind of hype. Wow. Okay. Damn. That was impressive. So other than that at the Olympics, I have been watching too much stuff. I just noticed this is a little bit crooked. Let me fix this screen. Is this crooked? It's good enough. But that was fun to watch. But okay, this is what I want to talk about. 1 second. I'm getting a notification that it says we've detected in your stream belonging to someone else. We've detected video. Oh, okay. Okay. Maybe I shouldn't have shown that NBC stuff. Got in a little bit of trouble for showing that. Anyway, sorry, I was just spaced out. I just got a notification saying that my stream, they've detected a video in my stream that belongs to someone else. So I'm sure that's just the NBC stuff. Whatever. NBC, you know, of course, leave it to NBC to just absolutely try to screw you over. Whatever. I do want, we can quickly watch. Hopefully my stream doesn't get taken down. That's so dumb though. This is fair use. You're allowed to watch things on YouTube. But let me now quickly, I want to sorry, I just got to get my bearings. I want to now go over the Lindsey Vonn crash. Let's just watch the crash real quick, and then I want to talk about it. So before we watch the video on the Lindsey Vonn crash, to give you some context, Lindsey Vonn is a 41-year-old. I think this is either her third or fourth Olympics. She's a downhill skier, and she's American. One of the GOATs, one of the best of all time. And the reason that it's controversial that Lindsey Vonn fell and hurt herself is because 1 week before the Olympics, she fell and tore her ACL. And instead of not competing and giving her spot to another athlete, I guess the alternate athlete, she said, I'm still good to compete. And then she ended up falling down and hurting her knee, and so she crashed out in just the other day in the Olympics in the downhill ski. So people are like saying, you know, it's a mixed reaction. Some people are saying like, you're 41, you've already had your Olympic glory. If you're hurt, you shouldn't put yourself at risk. But there is more to the story. So let's first watch the video of her crash. It's really not that gruesome, but just to give you some context, because I think that this is sort of like one of the bigger news things that are going on with the Olympics right now.
I would say
so I'll make sure that it's up on your guys' screen in a sec. So just sitting through an ad right now. Literal crash out. Yeah, she did crash pretty badly, and it is tough. I feel bad for her, but it's kind of like one of those things where you don't get any glory at the end of your career, sadly. It's there's like a term for it. I can't remember it right now. Can't remember what it is exactly. The agony of defeat. The agony of defeat. So unfortunately for her, that's all we're going to show of that. I don't want to get copyrighted or anything, but that is tough because I used to snowboard, and my dad would snowboard with us, and you know, he was like 55 at the time, and he fell, and he would be like, it hurts so much more when you're a little bit older. Lindsey Vonn's 41, but she's going so fast, so it's kind of it hurts a lot to fall in general, but when you're like 41 years old, it hurts even more. So yeah, that's basically what happened, and I don't want to show the replay because whatever, NBC's being the typical annoying, but she basically, if you saw in that video, what happened was she did nick one of the flags, and that's why she ended up falling. She did say in an article that she the torn ACL is not why she hurt herself. So I actually didn't have a problem with her competing. And the reason is this. So when I first found out that she was even competing at the Olympic Games, I was like, what even are the, how do you compete? How do you qualify for the Olympics in downhill skiing? I didn't know how to how it works, because in track, there's no like committee spot. Track is like, you have to be top 3 at the trials. It's very simple. It's extremely cutthroat. It's why amazing athletes don't make the trials or make the Olympics all the time in the US. But for other sports, it is a little bit different. So I thought, damn, did Lindsey Vonn just get like a committee spot, and that like basically is what made her get to the Olympics? And like, it's one of those situations where the US just wanted to have one of those good stories, and like, oh, she gets to compete at 41 years old. It's super impressive. It's awesome. Like, but like, she's not really a threat to win anything. So that's what I was like. At first I was like, oh, that's what I thought. But then I actually did look into it. And Lindsey Vonn in 2026 is low-key one of the best athletes in the world at downhill skiing still. So once you put that into context, I feel like low-key, like, I think it's totally, first of all, she totally deserved to be at the Olympics. It wasn't like she was just like stealing a spot for some sort of, storyline of like, oh, the 41-year-old makes it to her 3rd or 4th games. It's such a comeback story. It's so cool. Like, it's just a good story for, us to hype up and all this. No, she was good. I'm gonna get this pulled up right now. Let's look online. Like, what was Lindsey Vonn ranked in the world? 2026. Maybe I'm just like wrong about this all. So look, Lindsey Vonn was ranked 3rd in the world for Super G and was a top contender for downhill for the 2025-2026 Alpine Ski World Cup season. She entered the 2026 Milano Cortina Winter Olympics after achieving multiple podiums and victories in her comeback season. She was ranked number 1 in the World Cup downhill standings just prior to the 2024 Olympics. So let's get rid of the storyline that she was just a happy to be there candidate for the Olympics, and that it's, oh, like, she's 41-year-old, she's taking a spot from someone. She was very, very at the top of her game. She should have ended her career on top, but let her ego get in the way. Listen, I think that the thing is, these top level athletes, they can't help themselves but want to compete for more. That's why there's like the post-Olympic depression for some of these top level athletes. It's all they know. It's all they love. So I just wanted to clarify that a little bit. It is still open for interpretation and open for debate whether she should have competed after she messed up her Achilles. So we can try to find something else right here. So did Lindsey Vonn say her Achilles made her fall? Based on reports surrounding her crash at the 2026 Olympic Games, Lindsey Vonn did not say her Achilles made her fall. Instead, Vonn explicitly stated that the crash, which resulted in a broken leg, oh dude, that's so tough, was caused by a technical error, not her previous injury. So she explained that she was 5 inches too tight on her line, causing her arm to hook inside a gate, which twisted her and sent her off balance. We just saw the video. That is what happened. She clarified her previous ACL injury and other past injuries had nothing to do with the crash whatsoever. I kind of believe that, but am I just like a sucker for believing that, people? Am I just kind of like, is that believable? I want to hear what you guys have to say. Am I just being too nice about this? Or am I actually like, okay, she's ranked top in the world at 41, which is insane. She's ranked number 1 in the world going into the Olympics. She does F up her Achilles. She hurts her Achilles, right? So what happened was, a week before the Olympics, on a practice run, she tore her ACL. How you can compete with a torn ACL, I have no clue, to be completely honest. But she said that she was able to, and said it did not impact her. In her championship run at the Olympics, I don't know if it was her first run of the day or what. I didn't follow it too closely. She falls, breaks her leg gruesomely, and that's the end of her career for sure. She's not going to, I mean, unless she makes it back at the 2030 Olympics. I mean, she's probably not going to. This is probably how her career ends. Do you guys think that, do you think she's maybe just saying that her Achilles wasn't messed up, or her Achilles wasn't the reason that she crashed? Or do you think it actually might have been? Because, yeah, if you're one of the best, you would probably compete no matter who you are. You want to know if you can still win. I agree. I don't think that she took a spot from an athlete. She's ranked one of the top in the world. Let's just think about it from her perspective. It's not like when you're, she's 41 going back to the Olympics. You think that she wants to give her spot away? She's psychotically competitive. I know the athletes at the top of the sport for track, they are psychos in their head, but in a good way. That's why they're good. That's why they can win stuff. That's why they're dogs at the end of the day. So that's my whole thing on Lindsey Vonn. I think that we should be, I mean, you guys can, that's why having your own opinion is great, but I'm glad I looked into this a little bit because, from an outsider's perspective, it's like, oh, come on, like, you weren't even really competitive. You were just given a spot at the Olympics. But no, she was ranked like top in the world, totally deserved her spot at the Olympics, said her Achilles was not going to impact her. And then she just fell. And then when you're old, you can really hurt yourself. So I don't think that she took a spot. I do think that it is just sort of it's very tough being an athlete probably towards the end of your career, especially when you're still good. And like you have to make these business decisions, whether you want to or not want to compete. But yeah, Sparky Speedy, what's going on, Spencer? What's going on, Spark Speedy? How's it going? I think it could have been a technical error, but also her injuries probably played a part in the crash somehow. Yep. Maybe, not maybe physical or, yeah, the mental doubt. I agree with that. It's downhill skiing. The slightest miss is detrimental. I believe it. Yeah, I will believe her. I don't think that she should be getting like criticism truly. So I'm glad that you guys kind of see that as well. But okay, let's move on now. That was a good little halftime segment. And what we are going to be moving on to now is the title of the stream. Can Cole Hocker break the indoor mile world record next week? And my answer is yet to be determined because we're here on stream. We're talking about it. I actually just don't know. I don't know if he can break the world record, but let's first start off by looking at the race for next weekend and why he even has a shot at breaking the world record. Actually, let's back it up a step further. Maybe we can find a video on it, but Cole Hocker this weekend ran 2:16 in the 1K race, and he beat his teammate Cooper Tier by a little over a second. 2:16 is very, very fast for the 1K. Indicates that Cole Hocker is in super good shape. So far this season, he has been on an absolute tear. He ran the 2K American record for about 5 minutes. He ran 4:52, where he also beat his teammate Cooper Tier. And then last weekend, in probably the most competitive field in the world, he ran 8:07, winning the 2 mile at the Millrose Games. Easily won the race. Looked so chill. People are saying that Hocker is the new Jakob. I kind of think so, honestly. I think that he's the top dog right now. I think for a little bit, Josh Kerr was the top dog. I think Jakob's been the top dog. And now I think that Hocker is the total top dog. So Hocker runs 2:16 this weekend. And then next weekend now, he's running in a blisteringly fast mile race against the world's best competition at JDL track, which is in North Carolina, the Sound Invitational. We're going to pull that up right now and look at the field. We're also going to look at the other races from that meet because there's going to be quite a few awesome races that we might actually be live streaming. So let's get into that. And then we're going to watch a couple of vids from Hocker and truly see if he can break the world record. We're going to take a look at Jakob's world record a little bit too. Not too much stuff, but I don't know, dude. Hocker is fit. So he might be able to break the world record. And if he does, then whew, I'll be really happy. Because also, Jakob being injured now, it's not like Jakob can just take it right back. There's probably only about 3 or 4 guys in the world who can run potentially 345. I would say Jakob, who has, then we have Cole Hocker. I think Yard Nagoose is one of the fastest time trial guys as well. So let's look at the race. Sound running, JDL, I think. Unless I'm just wrong. Yeah, here it is. The sound invite. February 14th, Valentine's Day. Don't forget to get your significant other a gift. You guys are going to help me get a gift for Allie later this week on stream. So that'll be good. That'll be a fun time. And yeah, so let's look at the schedule. Woo! It's going to be fun. Dude, we have a lot of fun stuff. I think I gotta live stream this. It's at 5:30 as well. I think that's 6:30 my time. That might be when Allie and I get dinner though. Maybe Allie and I for Valentine's Day watch this live on stream together and I make her a meal. That's a genius idea. I'm gonna make Allie a steak dinner on Valentine's Day live in front of you guys, and then we're gonna watch this sound running event. Okay. So there's some of these like slower sections. I mean, none of the sections are slow, and like, you know, 147, 148 for the first section of the 8. Later on, there's 145. So, and then the fastest section's just crazy. So, okay, but let's get into the juicy men's mile, the Salem Sports men's mile next weekend. So, we've got Cole Hocker, 327, 15 PR, Cooper Tier, and this is the very important thing right here. Cooper Tier, if you're watching this stream, which I know you probably aren't, but on the off chance you are, pace Cole next weekend. Pace Cole next weekend, and someone in my live stream chat will pay you $50. Pace Cole. Take him 1,200, bro. You can pace your boy to break the world record in the mile. I don't know if he is going to be the pacer or not. It looks like it might be Eduardo Herrera. But the thing is, Cole Hocker trains with Cooper Tier daily. They're best friends. They hang out all the time. He's used to looking at Cooper Tier's cheeks in practice. Pause. But anyway, you know, when you're running. Eduardo Herrera probably is the pacer, but he's also fast too. But anyway, I really want... Who's this saying? Anyway, Spencer just justifying not taking his girl out. No, Allie would want to do this more. But okay, so let's look at the rest of this field. You got Sam Tanner, who has been such a help for his boy Sam Ruth this year. They're training partners, I think. Ronan McMahon Staggs. I don't really know who that is. Vincent Ciotti, one of the best bridesmaid runners in the US, as in like he never makes the team, but he's so good. He's like my boy Henry Wynn before Henry Wynn retired. One of the best guys in the US. 4th, I feel like Vincent Ciotti gets 4th through 7th at every single US meet. Tough position to be in, but he's a phenomenal athlete. Festus Legat, phenomenal, 329.03. And this is the other storyline we have going into this. We've got the phenom, the 16-year-old Sam Ruth, who ran 348 a couple weekends back. We covered that in our first ever stream in this race, going head-to-head against the Olympic champ and record holder Cole Hocker. Can the kid Sam Ruth upset Cole Hocker? That's another storyline. I don't think it's going to happen, but you never know. Then we got Davis Bove. Phenomenal pace job a couple weekends ago for that world record attempt, I think, unless he just wasn't the pacer. I thought he was, though, in that 2K. Jack Antsey, 333 guy. I think he's run even faster conversion in the mile, maybe 351. And then Titouan Leclerc. Don't know who that is, but he's probably pretty good. So here's the thing. I think based off of this field, it's all going to come down to what Cole Hocker wants to do. Cole Hocker is not a Yared Naguse type of guy. Cole Hocker typically, he runs from the front at times and he's super strong. But Cole, actually, I mean, he runs from the front, but never runs fast from the front. Cole Hocker does like to dictate a race from the front, but he likes to make sure he's got the big daddy kick, the big Cole pace change that we're so used to seeing. But Cole Hocker, we need him. We need a pacer to be able to take him far. If Cole wants to take a stab at this thing, he can't just mess around and chill and secure the win. Because I think that this is one of those races where Cole has this thing locked up if he wants it, but he can go for a record, blow up, and risk losing to someone like Sam Ruth or any of these guys, honestly, in this field. So it's really going to come down to the confidence the pacer gives Hocker. If this pacer F's it up and takes it out too quick, if he takes it out in like 55, it might ruin the whole thing. And then it turns into a tactical 350 race where Hocker just blows the doors off everyone in the last 100. So that's why I am advocating Cooper Tier, pacer boy. Someone in this live stream will give you $50. It won't be me. I can't afford it, but someone in this live stream will. Maybe Daniel in the live stream or someone will give you $50. So disrespectful. I'm kidding. I'm kidding, by the way. But we would love you to be part of history, man. Pacer boy Hocker. Hocker's strong, but he needs you to take him 1300, bro. We'll get someone set up here. We'll have someone take you through in 155.0 through 809. Then take him another just 500 meters. Take him to 1300. If Hocker can just come off the bend and have one lap to go, he's breaking the world record. I'm saying it right now. Whew. Early in the week prediction, I'm going to say, before we get into some Cole Hocker clips, I don't think he's going to do it. And it's because of what I'm saying. I just don't think that... I think that Hocker loves to win world titles. Nothing wrong with that. He's a lot like Josh Kerr. They love to go for the world titles, and he's so focused on a world title that he's probably thinking, all right, maybe I'll get a bonus if I break this world record in the mile, but more so than anything, I'm keeping my eyes on the prize. Hocker is one of the best athletes in the world at just focusing on the bigger picture. He doesn't, he's run some fast times, obviously, but he's probably thinking, maybe if this race is fast, I'll go for the time, but he's not putting the pressure on it. And I think that because he's not putting the pressure on it, it's not going to be a 3:45 race. I think more likely than not, we're going to see a race, maybe not bunch up, but it might be a kick to run 3:47 or something, very similar to the Wanamaker mile. And I think that if it's like even somewhat of a last lap where Hocker can just do his little wiggle and just kill everyone, he will. And that might be all he needs to do. He might say, screw it, I might just go out and run 3:47, get the win and get the prize money, and then we move forward. Or he goes and, goes for glory, goes the Jakob technique, goes for glory, goes for the world record. I mean, hey, Jakob's out, man. Jakob's out for the next year. You can solidify yourself as the greatest runner in the world right now. Okay? Listen to me. Go for the record. Go for it, Cole. Cooper, pacer boy. All right. Let's check some clips out. Let's start off with the World Championship Olympic final. Should just get us in the mood for some Cole Hocker. Oh, but I don't know, guys. Actually, I'm kind of worried about NBC. I didn't even think about that. Actually, I think we're good. I think we're good, people. I think we're good. Let me answer some questions, though, if you guys... But before we do that, before we get into watching some Cole Hocker stuff, what do you... Because I want to watch his Olympic final, where he won, and then maybe the last lap of his 5K at the World Championships, because that was awesome as well. And also, let's be on it. Let's just call a spade a spade. If Cole Hocker was in the World Championship final last year in the 15, if he didn't get DQ'd in the semi, he was winning that race. no way he was losing that race. I'm just going to say it. You guys all know he would have won. Let's just be honest. So Jakob will be back. I actually think Hocker is, I actually think Cole Hocker is kind of annoying. Hot take. That's a very hot take. Okay, look, Cooper Tier. We've got someone in the chat who has $500 with your name on it if you pace Cole to a world record. Cole has to get the world record, obviously. But yeah. Do you think Jakob will be the same when he comes back? Too early to tell with Jakob. I think it's hard with Achilles injuries, though. Achilles injuries can be very, very scary, people. I mean, you never know. And it's a long road back to recovery. I think he's got the best system, of people around him. So I think that I'm not too worried for Jakob. I think he will be okay, but you never know. You never know. So, yeah. Hocker shouldn't have cheated in the 1500 world champs. Sure. I mean, it's a little bit of a rude way of saying it, but I guess if you want to make a statement, sure, he pushed someone a little bit. Yeah, his DQ is valid. I think saying he cheated is a little weird, but you obviously just don't like Hocker. I'll go to vasectomy if Cole gets the world record, Spencer. I'll go in on that with you. We can be vasectomy boys, Jeff. Vasectomy boys. Yo, this is Cooper Tier. I'm on my burner. Send over the money and I'll do it, I promise. I don't know if I believe that. I don't know if I believe that, Mr. Cooper Tier burner. We're gonna need a lot more proof to send over those funds. But we do have $500 to your name on it, maybe even $5,000, depending on how I'm feeling. But yeah, I think right now, like I keep saying, early in the week, I'm not feeling the record yet, unless if I can get some confirmation on a good pace job, if I can get some confirmation on just something, and maybe we can get it. But before I'm about to play the Olympic 1500 meter race, let's talk for 1 sec on Sam Ruth. What do you guys think Sam Ruth is running in this race? Because that kid has no pressure on him at all. Also, there's a fun article that we could maybe pull it up if we want to have some time later. Someone did with Sam Ruth last week. The longest, this is where it stabs us in the heart. The people who aren't quite like nearly as talented as Sam Ruth. Sam Ruth, the longest run Sam Ruth has ever done, the kid who's 16 years old who just ran 3:48. The longest run that Sam Ruth has ever done, 17K. And to put that into perspective, 17K is about 11 miles. Actually, I think it's like 10 miles. Because 10K is 6.2, 15K is 9, 2K extra. It's about 10 and a half miles, guys. Sam Ruth, who just ran 3:48 in the mile, has never run more than 10.5 miles in his life. Bruh. What are we doing running mileage? Biggest waste of our time of all time. What the hell? What the helly? What are we doing, people? Chat. Should we stop running mileage? Should we stop doing long singles? No, we shouldn't. It's just freak talent. Probably just, I don't know. I mean, he's just a talent. He's just freaking the next evolution of a human being. It's disgusting. 10.6 miles, people. I ran 10 miles today. I'm not running 3:48. I'll tell you that right now. I'm not running 4:20 right now. Maybe I am. We don't know if Hocker's going for the record either. You know what we should try to do, folks? Should we try to get Hocker on the stream and get him for an interview later this week? Do we have enough motion to do that? I'm loving the 83 of you loyals in here, the special loyals, enjoying the live stream. Let's try to get Hocker on stream maybe Wednesday. That'd be a treat. We can start a Discord, get him on a little interview, because this is different, people. This isn't one of those little, oh, I'm going to interview an athlete shows. This is live, baby. This is just live. No one's out here doing this stuff. So this is where we hit Hocker with the curveball question. We say, are you going for the record? Are you what are you going to do when you're hurting, when Sam Ruth's sniffing you down with 50 to go? You got to give him the real responses. You know, this isn't some edited up crap. This is real, people. This is real shit. JDL track, the track that they're doing this on, apparently it's disgustingly fast. Apparently it's like the fastest track of all time. So the opportunity is 100% there. He can absolutely break this record. It's just a matter of going for the glory. Going for glory is scary because he has no reason to go for glory. He can chill and win. He's guaranteed to win the race if he chills. But if he goes for the glory, maybe he can do something even better. Also, like I keep saying, we got to keep our eye on Sam Ruth because he's coming off the 348 and he looked like he could have gone maybe even faster that day. And if this race is set up to be strung out in like a 346, 345 pace, you know, he could. I don't put a limit on how fast people can go anymore, especially these younger people. This dude doesn't even know what pain is yet. He's 16 years old. What if he goes out and runs like 344 and just breaks the record? I mean, it's similar to like what Cooper Lutgenhouse did the other, you know, at USA's. Like, these young kids, they don't care. This generation doesn't care about hurting. These kids are effing psychos. These kids grew up with TikTok, weird ass live streamers like me. Like, these kids don't care about pain. They're tough. These kids are tough. Okay? All right. Enough of my yap. Let's go watch Cole Hocker at the Olympic Games where, I'm not going to lie, Josh Kerr did break my heart this day. Josh broke my heart. I wasn't even, how bad of an American am I, people? I was rooting for Josh Kerr over Cole Hocker, but I mean, what are you going to do if you're in my situation? You're going to root for your former teammate or your American compadre? I was rooting for whatever. Josh Kerr. Let me skim this a little bit. Let's get into this race. Let's analyze Cole Hocker because this is technically the fastest race he's ever run. So the way that Cole Hocker did it, it wasn't from the front. So that's another thing to be noted. Cole Hocker didn't run from the front. He did just kick, but I am interested to see. Also, Cole Hocker's a racer. Cole Hocker's a racer. Let's enjoy this. It's also just, oh, dude, what a beautiful place for me to pause this. Hobbs Kessler, great tactician. By the way, Hobbs Kessler strained his calf at the Millrose games. We did watch the video of him in that Millrose mile, and he did look like weird in the last 50. So he strained his calf. Hobbs Kessler is now hurt. Josh Hoey got hurt after breaking the world record, and Grant Fisher got sick. There's a lesson in that, folks. There's a lesson in that. I'll let you think. 3 Americans, though. Fucking proud to be an American.
This is your podium from
Okay, let me pause it once. Okay, they always do this crap where they just... NBC likes to just, like, skip the whole race, so that's whatever. We can... I caught that early enough, but this is 1 lap to go. Jakobs in first, then you got Chariot, Josh, Nagoose, and then Hocker is in 5th at the bell. So he goes around 4th U.S. runner of all time in 2 seconds. Disgusting. Damn, that when I grew up, the Centro race was the race that you watched to like make you cry. The Hocker race for you, the younger generation, I'm sure you guys, I'm sure that Cole Hocker inspired a freaking generation of talent. That there's probably 13-year-olds right now who are going to run 3:39 in the mile because of Cole Hocker. So what he did for our country is insane. That race is so good. Let's keep watching. Actually, let's watch that last 100 because this is the thing you guys need to see. He gets stopped by Jakob because there's nowhere to go while they're ripping 52 pace for the last 400, and then he still comes back, kicks again. To kick twice, I don't think you guys understand how hard it is when you are tying up like that to renegotiate your kick. It's disgusting. It's the most disgusting thing I've ever seen in my life. Olympic champion, record holder. I'm just gonna skip to that last 100. Look at this, guys. This is what we need to look at, analyze. great analysis here too that they have. This is exactly what I wanted to talk about. Bro, this guy had to stop. He had to stop his kick and restart it.
It seems like
Hocker quite a bit of credit because to go from winning the Olympics, like, what do you do after that? And like all Hocker has done is like win the 5K now, and like he's trying to be like the guy. But like, so I'm saying, like, he wins the Olympics and then he has a great 2025 season after that, and now he's in the money spot. He's now, in my opinion, best athlete in the world. It is his time to freaking go for this record, people. But there's a lot. Okay, so there's some analysis on that video of the Olympics that I think a little bit hurts, maybe with the world record odds of it happening. Can I do this? Do you guys know how to do that? Yeah, I just thought of that. The ADHD is kicking in for me now. How do you fart? How do you do that? Like the fart armpit thing. I haven't done that since like 3rd grade. But so here's the thing. The reason that Hocker was able to go into Super Saiyan mode there is because he's a psychotic competitor. Competition, people like a Hocker or a Kerr, these are psychopaths who will cry if they lose. They will die to win, which is the most glorious thing in the world. It's beautiful. It's truly gorgeous. But in what that means, though, is that what drives them to psychotic levels of ability is the desire to win. Winning is different than running a fast time, obviously, because you just see Hocker go into psycho mode right there, and that's just so hard to do. It's hard to get that out of you when you're trying to run a fast time. So, yeah, guys, we have a knock on the door.
Hello.
We've got a knock on the door, people. Let's get some W's in the chat for Allie, who just got home. W's in the chat for Allie. Let's get the music on right now. Here, hear this. I gotta take the headphones off. Allie can jam out a little bit with you guys.
It's like lo-fi EDM.
You don't want to jam out?
Oh, well, I mean, I can't hear you with those on.
You don't have to. You just jam. Okay, let me just stop the EDM. The EDM's not happening. All right.
Spence, I heard that you're getting a vasectomy if Cole Hocker breaks the world record in a mile.
One of the chatters and I did make a pact.
You're gonna be vasectomy brothers, I heard.
I also told Cooper Tier, because apparently Cooper Tier's burner apparently has been watching the stream. I know. Look at that. We got so many W's for Allie in the chat.
I was actually gonna ask for A's in the chat.
A's in the chat for Allie, please. So, okay, this is a great time for you to come in because we're in the midst of our Cole Hocker breakdown. We're having a good time enjoying our Cole Hocker talk.
Yeah, I was watching it on the drive home. Well, I wasn't watching it, you guys. I was listening to it over Bluetooth audio in my car. Don't worry, I'm a very safe driver. Grandma driver, honestly.
The future half marathon champ is here.
What can I say? Ranked 20 going in, but you better watch out.
Yeah, watch out, folks. Allie's gonna win. I'm telling you right now. Heard it here first. But yeah, before we get into our little segment with Allie, I'm so hungry, people, because I came back from getting my back blown out. My actual back. Sorry. You get what I'm saying.
You got your back
No
cupped.
diddy. Yeah, my back cupped. So I came back from getting my back cupped. Pause.
It's not getting better. The more you try to explain it, the worse it is.
He bent my back down and like worked it a little bit.
Yeah, just Spence came home and said that he got worked.
Look at this thing. For the new viewers in the chat, my back is killing me. Hey, I did 25 push-ups today.
Wow.
I mean, look at this thing.
It's pretty bad. But back are always, they look so bad, but they don't actually hurt.
No, I mean, it feels good. It feels good for sure. Oh, wait, hold on. There's music playing again. Why does that happen?
I sabotage you intentionally.
Okay. So, this is what I want to do.
Okay.
We're gonna do a little segment with Allie right now. And that segment, but the only thing is, can I just grab can you entertain the chat for like 1 minute and I just grab a slice of pizza from downstairs? I gotta
Okay,
grab some
okay,
pizza.
Go get pizza.
I'll eat it upstairs.
Okay. Someone said, Allie, please make sure Spence washes his hands before you guys eat.
That's a good idea.
Oh, don't worry. I'll make sure he does. I'm always laying down the rules in the house, making sure Spencer, does the laundry, showers before bed, washes his hands. Is what it is. Is the music still going? Or is that... No, okay. There shouldn't be any music. All right. Well, anyone have any questions while Spence is grabbing pizza? I feel exposed here in the chair by myself. I'm in the hot seat. I'm just talking. I'm just yapping. I don't know how Spencer does this for 3 hours because there's like a 0% chance I would last more than 20 minutes by myself.
Are you getting uncomfortable already?
Yes, Spencer is a yap and a half. Like he truly, I think, was meant for streaming. Like it's your destiny to be a streamer. It is because he loves nothing more than hashing and rehashing, like running content, and can just yap endlessly. I mean, it's remarkable. And I'm not saying any of this is like an insult. I think you do have a skill set and it's put to use when you're streaming.
So,
I just coughed up a lot of mucus. I gotta go spit it out.
give me the headphones back. All right. Dubs in the chat for Allie. She'll be back. The big daddy's got to sit down though.
You guys,
Someone's got to run the
I
ship.
was sick last week and I can't even explain to you how much mucus my body has created. And I'm basically better now, but I still just cough up these huge hunks of mucus and it's like insane. You're chewing,
Spit on that thing.
You're chewing directly into the mic. Back it up, Buck. Yeah. But anyways, yeah, I just had to spit out a chunk of mucus. It's no big deal. When's the new YouTube video dropping? I will hopefully be posting tomorrow on my channel. Give us a day rundown. All right, this morning we went to Niwot and ran 10 miles, did hill strides. Then I stayed with Lauren during her track workout, supported her, and then came back, did core, ate, walked Georgie. I edited and stuff for a while, and then I just went to the gym and ellipticaled and did heat training, and now we're here. So that's the full day.
How are you planning on getting Cole Hocker on the stream? I have no clue. I have talked to Cole Hocker a few times. That's a story for another day, though. What have my interactions with the King Cole, what have they been? Allie knows.
Yeah.
I'm a fanboy, though. Those bright blue eyes, can't do anything about it. But, okay, so let's get into this guys. This little segment right here. Allie came at a good time because I started to rant like crazy about Cole Hocker. But
I know you were like, disgusting. The most disgusting thing I've ever seen in my life. Race of this generation. But it actually is, though. I think that's the race I've enjoyed watching the most.
oh, it's amazing.
I
It's
have
amazing.
gone back and watched it multiple times when I've been insanely bored cross training and I need motivation.
Yeah, for sure. So, this
Allie, should I get vasectomy if Cole runs world record? Jeff, this is the guy you made the pact with, right?
Yep, Jeff.
I really feel like this isn't a question for me. I think
The thing is,
if
can
have a
you
partner,
can
potentially-
reverse a vasectomy, right?
You can snip, snap, snip, snap, like
Michael Scott.
Michael Scott. Yeah. But I don't know. I think maybe you and Spence should undo the pact. I feel like you rushed into it a bit.
The bigger pact is the Cooper Tier $500 pact for if we can get Cooper Tier to pace him.
I'm all for that pact. That's great. Athlete special motion. I got $250 to get Hocker on the stream.
There you
You
go.
would get some super chats if you got him on. That would be pretty cool if you did.
We'll get Cole Hocker on eventually. We got to grow the stream though. We got to grow. This is our best stream yet though so far. So thank you guys for enjoying it. You know, dubs in the chat for the stream. I'm glad that you guys are liking this. I'm having a lot of fun. This is gonna be this is not going anywhere. This is my life now. Plus all the normal YouTube
It's not
videos
the
and stuff.
whole life, is it now?
Well, speaking of, chat and I were talking, and Saturday is actually Valentine's Day.
Yeah, I'm aware.
And maybe I was thinking for Valentine's Day, we could have a nice, beautiful
Oh no.
steak dinner that I'll make you. And in that steak dinner, we can enjoy the sound running invite live and watch it on stream as our Valentine's Day.
I definitely want to watch the sound invite.
There you go.
Yeah.
The chat's trying to say this guy will do anything to not take a girl out on a date. I
No.
said Allie would want to do that.
I was already thinking about it, and see, the thing is that Saturday I probably have a trail run, so I was thinking maybe for my Valentine's gift you could run on the trails with me. Because Spencer hates the trails.
The trails is the dumbest thing. Whatever. I don't want to get weird yet with the chat.
But yeah, I was thinking maybe we could do like run and then brunch, because that would be like a fun Valentine's morning, and then we could watch the sound running later.
On stream. Do you guys want to see the live stream sound running invite?
Are you allowed to do that though? 'Cause don't
No,
you have to
we won't.
pay?
We won't. We're gonna have us up, and then on a different screen we'll be watching. But we can't show the chat.
I do
the
deserve
stream.
Flagstaff for V-Day. We should run over by Flagstaff. Less techie than the Flatirons as well.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll maybe get that in there. But so yeah. Also, guys, I didn't even mention to you yet. Actually, maybe I did. I kind of blacked out early in the stream, but Saturday I'm planning on doing a Valentine's Day 5K. The Valentine's 5K I'm planning on doing is the. Let me pull it up right now. Actually, it is the. Here it is, right here.
The Heartthrob is
The
that?
Heartthrob
Yeah.
5K.
Oh, it's in Arvada.
Heartthrob 5K. Last year, the winner ran 17:10. Hopefully, we can take the dub.
We'll see.
I don't think it'll be too bad.
Only time will tell.
Only time will tell. We also just hit 102 concurrent viewers. So thank you to all you guys for tuning in. We hope that these things are just more and more fun. But look, let's get into the segment. Let's not dilly dally here, guys.
As if you
The
were
next
the one
segment-
causing the dilly dally.
The next segment is. Hold on, wait. What are the logistics for the sound running invite live stream? The logistics is that you have to buy the live stream if you want to watch it.
It's just a pay-per-view, so it's like a one-time purchase, which is honestly nice because you don't have to pay for like a subscription. Right?
Exactly.
That's how they usually do it. It's like $5.99.
Yeah, it's a one-time purchase, $5.99, maybe $10. I mean, if you support Track, you should buy it. I will buy it. I'll have it playing on a different screen so you guys can't see it, but you'll hear my live commentary and live reaction to it. So watch my stream, measure it up to where you can click play right where I'm at in the stream, and then it'll be very easy. And then I'll talk about how it all went. So that's what I want to do. I think it'll be a lot of fun. But enough of the dillying, enough of the dallying.
Turn in the chair. This is my only reprieve, and you keep turning it around.
What
like
we're
this.
gonna do now is something called Snog, Marry, Pie.
Well, okay, but if people think this is mean, I don't know if we should do it because I don't want to. I don't want to offend anyone.
You can't offend people. We're live streaming.
That does not make us immune to offending people. I think maybe we shouldn't do it for girls.
We're not. I already said that earlier.
Okay,
We're not
perfect,
doing it for
okay.
girls.
Okay.
I had said that earlier.
Because it makes me feel bad. I don't want to
Yeah.
be.
We just got. I literally just checked my phone for the first time. What's going on, Charlie Sweeney? We got a 212 marathoner in the chat right now. So what's going on, Chuck? Charlie Sweeney, he'll be running Boston. 212 guy. This year, maybe he gets top 10 at Boston. That's what I'm hoping for him. So
Great.
shout out to Charlie Sweeney in the chat. Anyway,
It looks like he didn't quite get on the stream until I was here, so I think he's more here for me.
he might be. But anyway, let's get into Snog, Marry, Pie. All you guys have to do is, chatters, give us 3 runners, and Allie and I are gonna.
Well, if they don't just have to be runners. Three people who
Three
we
men.
would know.
Three people that we would. Yeah, it doesn't have to be runners. 3 people in the world. Snog, Mary Pie.
It's Cole Hocker, Yared Naguse, Sam Ruth.
That's a great one to start off with. Are we
Okay.
both gonna do it differently?
Well, yeah, we're gonna do it differently. We can't
Okay.
just decide together. That would
I'm already seeing the cancellation on this game.
okay. Well, Sam Ruth is 16. Am I correct?
Yeah.
I mean.
So kill. I would just kill Sam Ruth. Oh no, not
already
kill.
lived a long
No,
life.
no, Pie.
Pie, yeah, because Pie, I mean, he's young. He probably enjoys whipped cream, sweets, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
I am already sniffing a cancellation as well. I feel bad doing this.
All right, folks. Fine. You're right. We probably shouldn't play Snog, Mary Pie. I'll do it on my own later. We'll keep Allie out of the cancellation zone.
Here, but let's do this one. Tom Brady, Michael Jordan, Patrick Mahomes.
Fine. Let's keep it away from the runners.
Yeah, I feel bad.
We'll be a little boring.
We actually kind of know these people. Like, not that I'm like friends with everyone.
Let's
but,
start.
we
Just
know
start.
them.
Tom Brady, Michael Jordan, Patrick Mahomes.
Okay. I'll Pie.
I'll just start with this one. I know this
already
people more.
obviously know what you're doing.
I'm gonna marry Tom Brady, kiss Michael Jordan, and pie Patrick Mahomes.
I'm gonna marry Michael Jordan. I'm gonna probably pie Tom Brady and kiss Patrick Mahomes. Snog Patrick Mahomes. I mean, because the thing is Tom Brady is like, I don't know. I just don't know about him. He's a little bit of a shifty character.
Elon Musk, Jakob Ingebrigtsen, Bad Bunny. We'll do like 3 of these, then we can switch up the game. I'll think of another game while Allie's playing this.
Marry Jakob, pie Elon, and kiss Bad Bunny.
Okay, that's solid. Allie, Lauren, Spencer.
That's like we're both involved.
Pie, Lauren, marry Allie, kiss Spencer. Kiss
yourself.
myself.
Yeah.
Okay, I have a better idea. Because this game, I also agree. I don't think it's hitting right now.
Yeah.
We did skip over a couple of them too. There's Donald Trump, Sean Diddy, or Will Smith.
Marry Will Smith.
The slap in the
And
face.
we're just gonna need 2 pies for the other guys. Yeah. I don't know. What do you want to pivot the?
This is what I want to pivot to instead, because I feel like
wait,
this
is
is
this like 3 Alaskan basketball players?
what?
Carlos Boozer, Mario Chalmers, Trajan Langdon.
I don't know.
think they're 3 Alaska basketball players.
I have no clue. But anyway, this is what we're gonna switch it up to. Something that's actually more related to what's going on. Allie knows women's running very well. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to pull up the Sound Invitational women's races for next weekend. And we're going to have Allie give her 2 cents on who she is predicting to win those races, because she is a much better analyst for women's running. I think that's more topical anyway. We tried to play the Snog, Mary Pie game. We thought we were Love Island, but this is not Love Island.
Wait, did you already do this for the guys?
I haven't done it for the guys, but we'll do it for the women right now. So
Okay.
I am interested in this. So yeah, let's take a look right now. There's a bunch of really good races. I'm going to be looking at these a little bit later in the week, because there's also like a B mile, like there's a men's B mile, which has really good athletes in it as well. And then there's also a B 800.
Okay.
But so we'll start off with the women's 3,000 meter race. This is an absolutely stacked race. So give me right now your thoughts, Allie,
I
on
think this is B heat.
this is B heat. Okay,
Yeah.
we'll go to the good heat. Who do you think?
The B heat was really
I know
good too.
this is the best meet in the
It
world.
would be easily
So
recognized as an
A6
A heat.
women's 3,000 meter next weekend, sound running. Give us just like a small breakdown in here. Just the floor is yours.
It is crazy how fast 3K times have gotten in the last few years. I haven't raced a 3K since.
I'll let you sit actually.
Yeah, I haven't raced a 3K since 2019, I think, a flat 3K. And now, like, all of these times are so much faster than my PR. But okay, so I think the really big names here are Nikki Hiltz, Shelby Houlihan, and probably Sinclair Johnson. But obviously, like, there are other people that could also challenge for the win. Susan Ajore is really good. Bailey Hertenstein has had a really good last couple of years. So it could go any direction, but I feel like it's hard to suggest that it would go any direction other than Shelby or Nikki, because both of them are so fast, but they're also very strong. So even off of a quick pace, I could see either of those two kicking for the win. But I guess I would probably say Nikki, because they won the Wanamaker Mile and are kind of on a heater. They're always on a heater pretty much. Yeah, but I think it'll be really fast and a lot of people will run PRs, and I would love to see like Sinclair do really well, Danny Jones do really well, Bailey do really well. Like, a lot of these people I feel like have fast times in the tank ready to go. So I would just like to see it go fast. I don't really want it to be a kicker's race, but I think it'll be fast and a kicker will win. I mean, that's always pretty much what happens. The kickers always win unless you drop them. But in this case, they're not going to get dropped. I can almost guarantee that.
All right, and then we'll move on quickly to the women's 1 mile, because that's the other premier race. We could also look at the 5 quickly. Just give us your quick go ahead on this, because this is also a stacked race as well.
I forget about the indoor 5K because I feel like pros just don't run it that much since it's not at Indoor USA's. Okay, yeah, this is a good field. Looking through, I mean, Annie Rodenfels, I feel like is hard to bet against. She's so strong at the 5K. I mean, she's stronger on the roads in general than she is flat, but still, like, very respectable. Abby Nichols is, she's really good as well. Has a great kick too. I mean, Courtney Frericks has been coming back well, and ran pretty fast last summer. So I feel like any of them could take the win here. Yeah, but I'm guessing it'll be close to a 15 flat race. I don't know if there's a pacer, but I'm guessing they're shooting for around 15 flat. So that'll be interesting. Definitely not as stacked as the 3K, but still a really solid field. Now the mile. Okay, yeah. This is a very good field. But not as stacked as the 3K though. The 3K is definitely the best event at this race. Yeah, I think just from looking at this, I would say Maggie Congdon is one to look out for. She ran a really good 8 the other week. Rachel MacArthur has been having a good indoor season. Helen Schlottenhoffen can never be counted out. Emily McKay is obviously solid. I think she has had a couple tough races, but I'd love to see her bounce back and have a really strong performance here. Gabby Jennings, we actually just saw at the track today, and she looked good. So, yeah, I feel like it's kind of anyone's race. There's not like a super obvious favorite here. But I kind of would say maybe my money's on Maggie Congdon. I don't know why. It's a crazy take, but that's what I'm feeling right now.
W's in the chat for the analyst section for Allie.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, guys, now what we're going to do after, or right now, I want to go over this next segment of the stream. We're going to be looking at Sam Ruth and this interview that he did just the other day, because it's going to blow your mind. So, W's in the chat for Allie.
All right, it was fun, guys. All right, I'll let Spencer take over again.
Dismissed.
Yeah, it was fun. It was fun while it lasted.
All right, guys. the big Spesh is back here. That was good analysis, though. I think that we're still trying to figure out how we want to integrate each other into the stream and do fun stuff. We'll get like a fun coupley game in the next stream. We just decided we probably didn't actually want to do Snog Mary Pie. But okay, let me big screen myself right here. Yeah, so that's, I was talking about Cole Hocker earlier on stream. I got a little carried away, but we're going to be talking about Cole Hocker all week because, you know, he obviously has that big world record attempt coming up. We don't even know if it is a world record. We will try to get him on stream this week. I'd say chances of that happening are 2%, but maybe we can get him on stream, hang out, and, you know, maybe we can get Cooper Tier on stream and get him to give us his take on if he thinks that Jakob's, or if he thinks that Cole's going to break the record, and if he actually nuts up and paces for his boy. But, you know, Cooper Tier is also in phenomenal shape too, so maybe he's thinking, hey, maybe this is my world record to take, because he's been sort of always the bridesmaid, never the bride with Cole Hocker. But maybe that turns around. Maybe I'm underrating Mr. Cooper Tier in this situation. But more dubs in the chat for Allie. Good. She did, yeah. Thanks for the dubs, guys. She did well. She's not as quite as psychotic of a yapper as I am. I could go all day. So let me ask you guys this, because we have two different segments we can look at right now. Yeah, they're for sure going to break 4 minutes. I don't know if I want to save this for another stream, but we could also do this tonight. We could potentially switch things up, go the influencer route a little bit, look into the Truett Haynes situation, the guy who is a hybrid athlete who's improved quite a bit over the last couple years, maybe the last year or so in the marathon. One of the most entertaining running YouTubers right now. I don't watch his channel too often, but very entertaining running YouTuber. Can the kid break 2:16? Right now he's got a series called Olympic Trials or Die Trying. The Spesh needs to analyze that at some point. We're either going to do it today or tomorrow, or sorry, today or Wednesday. We're going to watch his latest video and see what he's all about, what his vibe is. Do I think he has a realistic shot at doing this eventually? I mean, he's got years, so I feel like that's in his favor. So yeah, he's a jacked marathon. People seem hyped about him. So yeah, I think one person's asking, what world record attempt does Cole Hocker have? He has, next week, Cole Hocker's running a mile, and I don't know if he's going for the world record, but there's some rumors that he might be. So yeah, you guys seem more excited. So we could either do this, we could go read through this article that Sam Ruth did last week, and we can all get a little bit depressed knowing that his longest run ever is 10.5 miles. Or we could start watching some Sam Ruth, or sorry, we could watch this Truett Haynes latest video. I haven't seen any of it really. I used to watch Truett Haynes when he did the pull-up stuff, but I haven't watched him since he's a runner. So we could do those two things right now, or we could keep looking at Hocker highlights, maybe one or two more, because Hocker is the subject of tonight's stream. So we could potentially look up more Hocker highlights if people want to see a little bit more of, you know, some of Hocker's greatest hits. I think maybe what we should do is watch the Cole Hocker 5K World Championship final, because I did forget how that went, and that was pretty recent. That was this year. So, okay. It looks like the chat's pretty up in the air. Speaking of influencers, what happened to Nick Simmons? I don't know. He did quit running YouTube. I mean, he got so big, he probably made a lot of money and just dipped out. But yeah, I don't know. I've actually met Nick Simmons. I met him in high school. Pretty chill dude. I never crossed over with him on Brooks Beast because he retired years before. I tried to meet up with him a few years ago, but the day we were supposed to meet up, he had some other stuff going on, so we had to bail. But I don't know what's going on with him, to be completely honest. So Sam Ruth is in the mile next weekend, for those of you wondering. Did you see the new L&L video? No, I haven't. I don't really watch any running YouTube stuff. What do you think about Jakob having surgery for his Achilles issue? Check out my clips channel. If you want the answer to that, click the link up below. There's a whole clip on it. So yeah. Okay, people really seem to want Truett. Nick Simmons got tired of the influencer stuff, and then he has enough money. I think that that's the case. I think he probably was like, I mean, he probably was like, I know how he was significantly bigger than any of us micro influencers. He was making a lot of money. I'd be surprised if he wasn't making 7 figures a year. So, yeah. What about the Charlie guy who ran that 100K record? What's his next race? He's doing the Boston Marathon. He's doing the Boston Marathon. I just talked to him the other day. He wants to be on stream at some point, so we'll get him on. He's quite the controversial figure. Okay, I'm going to make the decision for you guys right now. What I want to do quickly, I think that we're going to skip the Sam Ruth interview. I mean, I guess it's a 2-second skimmer. So this is really like, it's not much. It's just fine. I'll go. I'm not going to go through it too much, but essentially Sam Ruth was in an interview just the other week where he was talking about how his longest run was only, I don't even know where it is here. Yeah. This is why we probably won't do this. I really enjoy a long run, but my longest is only 17 kilometers so far, aka 10.5 miles. If I had to choose, though, it would be a track session because you can see where you are at. I just enjoy the feeling of running a bit faster and seeing how I'm tracking. There aren't many sessions where Craig gets us to really push the pace, so I quite enjoy those sessions where we really get to go for it. And he does take bicarb. He takes Morton bicarb. I've used it before the records, and I find that the mix they have goes down easily, and others don't always believe that. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think Ruth is running the 3K. I don't think he is. Let's pull that up right now. Men's 3K next weekend. No, he's not in this 3K. Men's mile next weekend. He's in the mile. So unless something happened, he's scheduled to be in the mile. But yeah, Sam Ruth, absolute dog. He's crazy fast. But yeah, crazy to know that the longest run he has ever done is only 17 kilometers. And also, it makes you really remember how young he is, because I remember saying the same exact thing when I was 16. When he says, I just enjoy the feeling of running a bit faster and seeing how I'm tracking. I used to love speedy track workouts. They are so much fun, you guys. So they're just they were so fun back then. Now they're a little bit more daunting. I think when you're younger, you just don't even care about pain. So I guess it's just genes. There's no other explanation. I guess, so Sam Ruth is running the 3K the following week. I guess, yeah, so Sam Ruth is running a 3K in a couple weeks. So that will be tuned in for that as well. So that's the Sam Ruth stuff. We're going to quickly, before we do Truett, we are going to go to the Cole Hocker 5K at the World Champs last year in 2025, because this was an awesome finish. I'm excited to watch this one. So
Welcome back to Tokyo, Japan.
this right here, this is the Cole Hocker 5K World Championship win. Pissed. He was pissed going into this race. He was very pissed going into this race because he was like, we all know he got DQ'd in the 15, so I kind of forget how he runs this race, though. We'll skip, and there's Grant Fisher. Oh, here's an ad just killing us.
I believe those.
The reason that's genius that Cole Hocker goes to the front of this 5K is because he knows that he's the fastest guy in the field. So if he can control and dictate the pace, then he can make sure it's not too fast and basically keep himself in it. But also this race ends up being a fast race. So back
Less than 4 laps to go.
4 laps to go now. They skipped ahead. The pace at this point in the race ramped up quite a bit. That's why Cole Hocker is now sitting in about 10th or 11th position. This is why he's just a great racer, though. He's a great racer because let's look at him. What 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's 12 guys in this right in front of him right now. You got Jakob out here going crazy wide. He's doing extra work and they're running fast. Hocker's just sniffing that rail. He's the biggest rail hugger of all time. So he's not going any extra distance. He's not getting insecure. All these other guys are lining up a little bit weirdly, though. And Hocker, he's going to do his classic Hocker play and move his way up. But let's just continue to see how this plays out because honestly, it's been a minute. I kind of forget how this goes.
The outside, and here comes the two-time defending world champion.
Jakob goes to the front. You know, man, I'm just going to say this as well. And I have mixed feelings on Jakob, but the guy goes for the glory. And anyone who goes for the glory, you got to just have your utmost respect for. The guy changed the sport of track and field, and who knows what's going to happen with this injury with Jakob, but the guy goes for glory. He wasn't even fit in this race, and he still went to the front. Like, man, it's inspiring. The front, he actually slowed it down a little bit because he's just not that fit. And everyone else in this race is super fit too. And maybe Jakob thinks, I just want to go to the front to have good positioning, and then from there I can just chill out and then maybe outkick people from the front. So Jakob, you know, he deployed his best strategy possible. And, you know, I think that the crazy thing is that, so we got 2 laps to go. No one's really doing anything right now. Cole Hocker, he's actually not in the greatest position right now because he's got a big wall around him of guys. He's got a wall of about, and he'd have to go into lane 3 to get anywhere. And Grant's kind of boxed too. So let's see how Cole continues to go right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Hocker is in 12th place with a lap to go. Not even, I wouldn't even say he's in a good spot. So that's another thing to be noted. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh my God. Hold on.
First to try.
Mm-hmm. Yo. Are we back? Are we back? Chat. Hello. They got us, chat. They got us. I'm not gonna lie, that was tough. Okay, I thought that this. I can't believe the stream isn't. I can't believe we're not screwed. We're not cooked. Okay, that's. I can't believe that we didn't get banned right there. I didn't know that you couldn't. I mean, that is just. Give me a break. They got us. They got us, chat. Thank you guys. Hey, to the 50 of you, you guys are the real ones. If I was ever in danger, the 50 of you who stuck around, you guys were there for me. So, big W's in the chat for you guys sticking around. And guys, we didn't even get to finish the race. Talk about getting blue balled. We got blue balled like crazy right there. And guys, we were hitting peak heights of viewership at that point. That is tough. We got though, dude. They got us. They got us. FBI, open up. FBI. Now I'm scared to play a Truett video. Is Truett gonna kill us too? Is he gonna? No, I think it's just. At the end of the day, folks, it's you don't mess with the big businesses, the NBCs of the world. It's just, what are we doing here? Can a man with 100 people in a chat watch a video on YouTube? It's not even like, I get it if I'm watching some pay-per-view crap, but come on, man, how dumb is that? It's just NBC, right? Okay, but. I mean, we'll cut that out of the stream. It's fine. I was very worried. I just banned myself for like a week, so I was worried about that. Well, I'll have to do some stuff on the back end. We've been able to get away with watching some NBC footage at times, but clearly they don't like when you watch a lot. So yeah, it's just so lame. Maybe we'll have to switch to Twitch or Kick, but I like streaming on YouTube. I want to keep the base audience we have from YouTube, but it's just like these big brands, man. Like, also, like, what policy am I breaking in that situation? Like, honestly, I'm transforming the content. I guess you know what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to constantly pause, cut, ahead. That's why sometimes I annoyingly pause it a lot, but I was just so enamored by that race. It was heating up, people. We had one lap to go. Well, anyway, news flash. As you guys know, Cole Hocker goes from 12th to 1st. I would have liked to see how he did it, though. But Cole Hocker goes from 12th to 1st place in that race. And yeah, I'm currently watching. I'm watching because it's YouTube. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think that if I want to build up my streaming stuff, I think YouTube's the move. I have my main channel here on YouTube, so I don't want to like migrate a whole audience over to Twitch or something, because I'm cool with learning the rules. That's what the streaming game is all about. So why can't an innocent streamer break a few laws on stream without getting harassed for it? Give a hardworking streamer a break. I don't know if I am breaking a law, to be honest. I think it's like section 123 or something, but fair use law. What law? I think that my rights are, withheld or, given to me because I have that fair use law. I'm not a lawyer. I don't know how to navigate what I'm doing legally or illegally. So whatever. Crazy Clav got arrested for sure. Yeah, the looks maxer who would probably say I'm a sub 5 got arrested for fake ID and drugs on him. So it's only a matter of time before he got arrested. Clav got frame hogged by ASU frat leader. It is funny that the sad thing is I know what you're talking about. The guy who's like, "What's up, bro?" Oh, dude. Oh, dude, I'm not even kidding. No. Oh, dude, I actually just cramped my arm. What the fuck? Dude, I shouldn't be swearing. Dude, I actually just cramped my arm. I've never had that happen before. Oh my god. My arm just cramped. That's crazy. I don't get frame, dude. My frame is huge. I'm huge, people. I have a great frame. Anyway, let's just be thankful that NBC did not end this stream. It kind of sucks though, because we were cooking people. Was I hitting on my race analysis? I feel like I was cooking on it, and then NBC comes and freaking violates me. And then we lose half our audience. It's just whatever. It's good to learn. It's good to learn these things. I'd rather learn these things now, but you know, and I'm glad that I got off with a warning. And thanks again for you guys for sticking around. So people are saying Truett. More like one person saying Truett. Thank you for the A+ race analysis. I think I'm actually, that's the thing. I've been in the sport for as long as anyone has. I have good race analysis. So that's going to become a thing in the future for sure. I'll be doing race analysis all the time. We just have to pick and choose our battles of what races we want to watch. Maybe I'll reach out to Sound Running and ask them if I can like stream the meet. I think that they're not gonna say yes. That would be so stupid, because then you guys could all just watch it for free on my stream instead of pay. But yeah, we're gonna save Truett for Wednesday. I don't want to do Truett today because I want to have more content. I don't want to rush you guys to death with content. So Spence, you got any tips for taking bicarb for the first time? I've never taken bicarb, and I don't know what to think of it. I've heard that you definitely want to take it during a workout for the first time you take it. You don't want to take it during an actual race. So I would take it at least a couple workouts. Take it 90 minutes before you warm up, maybe. So when is Sam Ruth's next race? Sam Ruth's next race is the 1 mile next Saturday on Valentine's Day. He'll be going up against the big champ, Cole Hocker, in a mile. So it's going to be sick. What if we said we paid, so can we watch it for the Sound Running? No, it's not gonna fly. Spence, do you think Allie can OTQ at CIM? Definitely. I mean, Allie already ran technically an OTQ in the half. She ran 70 flat. So she it just doesn't count as an OTQ because she doesn't get to the OTQ weirdly doesn't open up for the half until like next year or something. Allie's, dude. Oh, also, maybe we'll talk about this on stream. You guys don't know this. I have a cousin. Her name is Alosha. She OTQ'd at CIM. So we've got my whole family. It's just we're full of tanks, low key. So I've got a male cousin who got 6th at the triathlon Olympic trials in 2012, Ethan Brown. He was a disgusting triathlete. And then my cousin Alosha Southern, she just ran 2:36 at CIM and got an OTQ. And dude, she runs 50-mile weeks, and she lives in New York City and just like hangs out. And I mean, she has a job, but like she's not like training like a pro. And then you have my bum ass here in Colorado. I can't even get an OTQ, and I'm whatever. But yeah. So I mean, Allie, I don't want to put a number on what Allie can run in the marathon, but she'll be fine for OTQ easily, unless something goes drastically wrong. I mean, she could go out for a run tomorrow in OTQ. She's in that like next tier level for sure. Best pre-race meal to me, probably just like something like pancakes or bagel with bagel with butter. Or if you're doing like an afternoon race, I like to go like either get Subway or Jersey Mike's. That's usually pretty easy. Just kind of stick to the same thing, something that's easy on the stomach. So yeah, W to the Spash fam. Yep, it's the Keith genes, man, and Keith's brothers and sisters. It's really my grandpa's genes. But yeah, guys, I think just because of the nature of the whole almost getting freaking banned from the stream, I think it did take a little bit of the air out of how I'm feeling. I think that we went pretty long today. I had a really good time with you guys. I don't want to overdo it. I think we're going to end right around now, next few minutes, unless you guys got one more topic. Like if anyone throws out a good topic idea, I'd love to do it. I don't want to overdo it with you guys though. I did have a great time on stream today, but I'm a little rattled from that like NBC thing. I got to look on the back end with that. So maybe it is time to end. James saying no. I was shook by the near ban. I'm pissed too, because I feel like we were cooking and I feel like we lost a little bit of our viewership, but again, thank you guys for sticking around, the ones who did. I'm not gonna. I mean, someone said I could play Minecraft, but I'm not gonna do that. I don't know if that's my thing. I tried playing Minecraft the other week and it was very tough. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for tuning into this stream. We've got our intro and outro song. I'm gonna play it in a sec, but yeah, this was a lot of fun. Great show tonight. In the future, I now know what I can and can't play, so I'll make sure that I'm not playing the same stuff that I won't be playing NBC videos anymore, and we'll stick to the running commentators. But guys, again, thank you so much for tuning into the stream. It's been a blast. It's been a blast, people. W's in the chat, please. W's in the chat, baby. Enjoy your day. Get a good run in. Plenty of subjects coming in Wednesday. We'll see you guys soon.